welcome everybody to
What's
Hold On
up?
Tight, Spider Monkey.
What the hootin' hey?
What is this?
What? How'd you
What,
get in my?
what the hootin' heck?
What's going on here?
I-
Who's this guy?
You
How do you
usurped him.
back there?
Oh, here. I'll just kind of do
Yes.
this. I'll be the first spider monkey. Justin,
Yeah.
thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Justin, for those who are not accustomed to hanging here about the panic table, is one of our biggest fans as well as our most indebted participant. Justin edited like half of season 1 and really poured his heart and soul to this, and was also like, hey, I'd like to play a game. And so
Please, may I
Yeah.
have some more?
we decided this would be a good thing to do. I thought this would be cuter than it is, but it's just sort of
It's a little. I mean, it's
It's
comfortable.
tender.
It is tender and comfortable.
It's cute.
And
It's cute.
it's-
It's cute.
It's comfortable for us.
It
I don't know how
works.
comfortable it is for everyone else, but
I just realized we're not alone
I feel
in the
fine about
room. Welcome to the Panic Table. This is Justin Estrada. Tonight we are playing Hold On Tight Spider Monkey, a Twilight-themed hack of Eat the Reich, one of my favorite blood-sucking bonanzas. And we are joined by possibly some of the most attractive people I've met
really
at
absurd.
the tabletop
it's
convention
ridiculous
scene.
a little bit.
So yeah, we should just revel in that. I'm gonna be off camera. I'm not really into this kind of stuff. So I'll be off mic, and I am so proud and attracted to Justin.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah. So welcome aboard. Thanks for reviewing, and
Bye, guys. We're gonna play some
Hi.
games. Hi. Let's go around and
Oh,
introduce
boy.
ourselves. Let's start with the top row here with our Chuck of the day. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
you're the person,
Chuck
not
of the
character.
day.
Yes, the person. Introduce yourself as the
The person.
Brandon.
As the
are,
person,
not the
me.
person you are playing. Yes.
Yes. My name is Brandon R. Kim. And that's it.
That's
That's
And
it.
that's
That's
not
everything.
the
That's
thing.
fully. That's everything you need to know. Moving on.
great. I love it. I love Brandon. Brandon.
Short
Brandon
and sweet.
forever. Who is our Eden for today?
Oh, hey, it's me. I'm Gina Susanna, known on the internet sometimes as Oh, hey, it's Gina. And I'm a actual play performer, freelance writer, emotional attacher, voice actor. I do lots of stuff with games on the internet, and I have a lot of feelings about it. And I'm really
good.
excited
It's
to
good to have
be
feelings.
here. I've never played this game before.
Oh.
Oh, I have an echo now.
Ah.
I can hear myself.
That was
Immediately
exciting.
self-conscious.
Yeah, it changed from my in-ear to the live speakers, and that was an exciting
Outside your ear.
moment. Yeah. Yes. Oh, hey, it's Gina. How wonderful. Thank you for
That's
joining
me.
us today. Who's our JP?
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Forrest. This is also my first time playing this game, but I do love Grant Howitt's games. I am an avid honey heister. So most of the time I'm cosplaying on the internet or playing games. So you can find me at Recovering Academic most places. And yeah, just super excited to be here with Panic Table playing JB.
Love it. Absolutely excited to have you. And, of course, who is our porcelain for today?
Hello, my name is Jessa Beckett. You can find me online as Astral Marmot. I run a YouTube channel that focuses on helping people with ADHD learn how to run games of all kinds, everything from D&D and Pathfinder to Call of Cthulhu to great games just like this one, which I have not played this game before either, but I haven't met a Grant Howitt game that I don't like. And I'm really, really stoked to play Porcelain. The best character.
Yeah, of course. Everyone is playing the
Everyone's
best character.
favorite from the
Everyone's,
franchise.
everyone's favorite. You all remember Porcelain in the Twilight Saga, of course.
Justin, I had a thought.
Yes.
Of course.
So, as you may know, Eat the Reich is traditionally about badass vampires hunting Nazis in occupied France. It's about serious issues and
Yes.
real-world evils.
Incredibly
Should we
so.
touch on this and why we've chosen this game, what's going on, and how we feel?
Well, the world today, some might say, is, I think the medical terminology is bananas.
Yes.
Yeah, the world currently is bananas. And so if you've come here today, we are going to be having some hot takes, you might think, with the way that we've set the world up and the way that we're portraying politics or our take on things. And if you come here for a very nuanced discussion on all of that, then I'm very sorry, you will not be finding it here. There are plenty of places that do nuanced, varied discussions on the current state of politics in this world. Here, we're just going to have a real fun, cathartic time beating up bad guys. And so have at it. We're here for a good time. We hope you're here for a good time. With that caveat out of the way, I would love for us to jump into the world. Into a small town, if you will. Into the rainy, beautiful city of Forks, Washington. As we dive through the marine layer into the misty hills, lush and green, almost year-round. And you can see a quaint little high school with not an insane amount of people. It's not a big town. And there you see a couple kids smoking in the parking lot. A few others are making out behind a bathroom. And there, through a window, we see, as rain trails down across its glassy surface, the most beautiful thing you've ever laid your eyes on. It's Bella. And Bella stares wistfully out the window. She is the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. This girl is everyone's heart's desire. Maybe in romantic ways, maybe in a more fatherly way. But in every way, she is that girl. And you all happen to be in the room with her, seeing her sitting just across the way from you. Let's float over to Eden. Gina, can you describe your character and how she's currently feeling while she's staring at Bella?
I am Eden Cullen, creature of twilight, suspended between life and death. You know what I am. You can say it, but I am not like the others. I refuse to indulge in that savage hunger that defines me. I am as time abandoned me, 17, frozen in youth, yet ancient in experience. My skin is pale and cold as marble, and it catches the light like polished stone, betraying the inhuman stillness beneath.
The skin of
And
a
I am
killer.
looking at Bella, the skin of a killer. And I am staring at Bella coolly. No one else can tell that I think only of her. And I lean against the wall and assess everyone else in here also looking at my Bella.
The room grows cold with a chill. As, sitting directly next to you, your brother, Edward, sulks louder than anyone has ever sulked in the history of sulking.
I immediately increase my sulking.
If sulking could arc electricity, you guys, you'd have to leave the room. It would be absurd. Thankfully, though, that is not what happens. Thankfully, your sulking is a very localized event. And we float over just a few tables down to JB, where, if you wouldn't mind, Forrest, describing your character and how they are viewing Bella.
JB went through a transformation recently, and they're sitting in one of those high school desks, just lounging. They look relaxed. They look calm. They look like they want to be in control of this space. Their bronzed skin from being out on the beach in the summers. The new side shave that they have with their brunette hair cascading over one side that just shapes their jawline perfectly. She's looking at Bella with a slight smile, just thinking about the new music recommendations that have been shared, the forming, blossoming connection of being able to share a space with her, going over to family dinners, and their eyes ever so slightly cut over to Eden every now and then as she reaches down to her side, kind of fiddling with a lacrosse stick right next to her, before going back to the warm space of thoughts of Bella.
Yes, and you can see that Bella kind of has an ear pod in, and she, she's doing like a little like, and it's like some K-pop artist that you've definitely recommended she listen to, and it hits exactly, and you feel that has earned you some sort of bond. But there are other bonds in this room as we float over to Porcelain. Jessa, would you describe Porcelain's character?
Porcelain is sitting at the table, probably alone. She doesn't have a ton of friends, but Bella is definitely her favorite among all of those friends. And she wants Bella to know that forever. So right now, she is working on taking a bunch of healing crystals because Bella's been looking a little bit sad lately, and we just can't have Bella looking sad ever. So I've taken some hempen rope and some crystals, and I'm making a friendship bracelet for her. That I have tied around a post, and I'm weaving at my lunch because somebody took my lunch, so I don't have any to eat.
Yeah, I can imagine you've got almost a full, like, the same kind of like baffles and rope that somebody would need to make like a professional hemp bracelet. You've got, you found at a swap meet somewhere in Seattle. Wonderful. Beautiful. She is probably adorned with more than just that singular crystal. I'm sure that there are little trinkets tied to her bag and, to her phone as well, lanyards and crystals and translucent objects that hold very deep significance for you. And before we introduce our last character, I'm going to have right off the bat a quick little adversarial moment between all three of you. Now, this game is going to be interesting because not only do the normal rules of Eat the Reich play, all the normal mechanics, but we've added a special mechanic, which is Bella points, or BPs, if you will. And the thing with Bella points is that at the end of the game, the person with the most Bella points wins Bella's heart. There are going to be lots of opportunities in every encounter that they have to earn Bella points and go home with the big prize. But right now, you see your biology teacher, who's at the front of the class now, kind of organizing the lesson for the day, Mr. Bonito, who is addressing everyone. Thank you so much, everyone, for the class. I'm so glad for you all to be here, arriving on time. Yes, take your seats. Please turn your pages to page 42. Today, we're going to be doing a dissection. I know it's gross, but it's life, and it finds a way. So if you could... I see Bella does not have a partner. If we could, someone here possibly... yes, would anyone like to be Bella's partner, please? I'm going to have everyone roll before you all leap up and charge her desk at the same time. I'm going to have everyone roll. Let's all roll 5 dice. And whoever gets the most successes out of that. Now, for the audience, while they're rolling their dice, a success is a 4 or higher. A critical success, which counts for 2 successes, is a 6. So any 6 counts for 2, 4 and 5 count for 1 each. All right, let's go through. And Chuck, I would love for you to roll on this as well because you're going to be in the mix very soon. But let's go around. Eden, what did you get? How many successes?
I got 4 successes, but one of them is a 6, so 5.
5 successes. Wow. Okay. JB, can you beat that?
No, not with 2 successes.
Porcelain.
That's what I thought.
I can't beat it with 3.
Okay. And Chuck, what is this looking like?
Well, Justin, what about 1 4 and 3 6s? That is 7.
Oh!
Whoa.
Chuck.
All right. Describe
He's not even in the room anymore.
for me as Bella's father, Chuck Swan, walks into. Can you describe how Chuck saunters into this classroom, interrupting the flow of everything?
Yeah, I think the doors open, and so Chuck comes into the room, gives a quick on the door. You guys see a Eastern Asian man in his police garb today, slicked over black hair, of course, a thick, beautiful black mustache. He seems a little bit flustered. He goes, "Oh, sorry, Mr. Benito. I thought I was here in between classes.
Yes.
Bella just forgot her lunch at home.
Of
Bella,
course. Of course.
I was just in the area, and so I walk over and give Bella her lunch.
Dad. Thank
Sweet,
you.
I'm
I appreciate it. I thank you for coming. Oh my gosh, Dad. Oh gosh. Dad, okay, thank you. Can you leave already?
Wouldn't want you to be hungry.
Yeah, thank you, Dad. Jeez. Okay, Mr. Benito has to teach the class, please.
Yes, okay. Sorry about that, Mr. Benito.
As you're about to leave, by the way, add 1 BP to your score. Right off the bat. As you're about to leave, you see a figure standing in the doorway. A strange figure. A masked, almost like a gas mask type situation. You hear strange beeps and garbled noises coming from their walkie-talkie as they are looking over some sort of pad sheet and looking at the faces of the different people in the classroom as they lock on to Bella in this class. Of course, immediately everyone's hackles go up. What could possibly be happening? But before you could even think and act, as you see this person dressed in a gray jumpsuit-like outfit make their beeline for Bella, Mr. Bonito sees him coming and uppercuts him into the ceiling tiles of the school. Fully feet dangling out of the ceiling. The room goes still. Mr. Benito stares at the class. Yes. Well, I feared this day would come. As he pulls off a fake latex mask. He was not Mr. Bonito. No, he was Merman Bonito. As you see the fish gills, it should have tipped you off. Well, of course, he brings in like 2 of those giant gallon water jugs every single day for drinking, I guess. But he refills them throughout the day. How could someone drink that much water? I thought that was lethal to drink that much water. No, he's a merman. And there, as he looks at all of you.
It's impossible to be that hydrated.
It really... You shouldn't drink too much water. There's actually a limit, and it could hurt your kidneys, just for anybody who's currently watching. But if you're a merman, you need it. You need it. And He says, yes, please. The school erupts, all the other children. Whoa, what's going on? Wait, is there going to be a test? And he says, please, calm down, everyone. I knew this day would come. Bella, I'm part of a resistance. A part of an underground group of supernatural human beings. I know this is hard to believe, but in this class...
Mr. Bonito, look. What is happening here?
Yes.
What? Why are you
I
talking?
understand. This might be
To
very
Bella?
scary for you, Chuck. But Bella, there's something in her blood specifically. I don't know all the details, but the government, they think they can use it. They can use it for some nefarious purpose.
Oh.
And you have to protect her. I didn't want to say this, but I know that in this classroom right now, there are other people like me who have a secret, like I do. Secret powers. If you have a secret power, please, I urge you to currently stand up. He stares out of the classroom.
Well, if it's to protect Bella, I'll go first.
JB, yes.
And
we know.
JB stands up.
Captain of the lacrosse team, I've seen you run, I think, over 40 miles an hour at one point. I think it's pretty clear you have powers.
JB's just athletic. It's not what you think, Mr. Bonita. No, it's.
I know this might be blowing your mind right now to see me with my gills and my fish parts all out on display. But
your fish parts are all out on display. Do you
not all of my fish
curtain
parts?
or
We don't have
something?
to get into.
Okay.
Benicio del Toro made a great movie about fish parts that we don't have to get into here.
Look,
But
look. Let's.
Are there any
JB,
other
what's
people
going
in this
on?
classroom that have abilities beyond the mortal?
Eden will sigh deeply and push herself up, standing.
As you do, Edward, your brother, stands up next to you and gives you a look like cat's out of the bag, kind of. Sulk.
JB rolls her shoulders and gives a slight little growl.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I know the two of you. I think I saw Edward stop a car with his bare hands in the parking lot a few days ago. Anyways, it's obvious that you guys have powers. Is there anyone else in this class?
This is just a. No, look. I gotta.
Chuck, I know I'm breaking your brain right now, and that's okay. Your brain is going to be broken like 6 or 7 more times in the next half hour, I promise you. So please, let us accept that things are a little bananas right now.
I'm gonna sit down since I don't think
Please.
I'm part of it.
Here's some water,
Okay.
and he puts a gigantic water cooler jug in your lap.
I got my thermos of coffee. Thank you.
Oh, good. Yes, drink some coffee. Is there anyone else in this classroom who might have powers that we need to protect Bella?
Well, I guess it's time for me to finally admit it. Everyone, my crystals are magic. Really. They're really magic, guys.
Okay, wait,
They're
hold
really...
on. Chuck, did you just gasp? That's the one you believe? Out of all of the people who have stood up, you are giving expressions.
Well,
The crystal girl?
porcelains are always over, and her and Belle go up into the room and they do things with crystals. I thought it was just astronomy or.
Yeah. Oh, well, okay. And you're sure you have these crystal powers?
Yes, absolutely. I can do so much with the crystals. I can help too.
Look, okay. The government agency that I worked for, DEI-MON, DEMON, Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, Monstrosities, Occult, and Nosferatu. This is an agency that was trying to do a lot of good, protecting most of the children in this classroom right now. But I have to say that ever since it was dissolved, it's going to be very difficult to do that. And so now the power is in your hands. you are the one now who must take up this fight to protect Bella from all of the and before he can finish, the entire side of the school room is ripped off of the window that Bella was sitting at, is gone. And immediately, a group of these henchmen grab Bella and are ziplined up into the air on a blimp, floating just above Forks. And you see her float into the sky. And there, another group of henchmen step in between you and her as she is slowly winched and airlifted towards a blimp that looks like it's seen better days. But for now, all you know is that you need to get Bella right now. Now, we are going to move into the mechanics of this game. What you must do in each situation is you're going to have a series of objectives to complete. You have your objective, your scene objective, which will be set at a specific difficulty. You will have your threat, which is going to be something that will be attacking you or trying to stop you from getting to your objective. And then if you get successes beyond clearing those things, you can apply those towards other things, like your special abilities to add blood, or as we've discussed with the other characters, vape juice or coffee as your ability charges. And so let's just jump right into it. I'm going to say that out of everyone who is a little befuddled, Chuck, you're probably the first to act in this situation. You see in front of you two lice patrol. So they're LICE agents, liminal ice agents. Yeah, they're dressed in this gray garb, and you see them kind of walking up the side of the school to get between you and Bella. What would you like to do? I'm going to say that the objective here is 6, and the threat is 4. And so there's going to be 2 attack every time at you while you are trying to do whatever you're trying to do.
Right. I think in this moment, I look over at Mr. Bonito. I'm like, you're going to have some explaining to do. And then I look over to the 3 girls, and I'm like, you 3, if crystal powers and whatever your grumbling was over there, and you and your sulking brother, we got to figure this out. And so I think in this moment, I think what I do is, if I could, I have one of my advances. Now, let me know if I can't do this, but I think I was like probably about to like call the police squad that something weird's happened at the high school. So would I be able to use my community servant's ability and call in the police here?
If you get a success here, so let's roll for your successes. You want to use that ability. Let's get some successes for you to apply towards that. Okay. So you can use a success to activate a special ability.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think I'm just 69er. We got a problem at the high school. All units to the high school.
Let's say that is you can either, I would say, like terrify, maybe. We're gonna try and
okay, cool. Ooh, okay, so I got 1 4 and 1 5, so 2 successes there.
2 successes. So you can use one of those for your special, which would give you. Oh yeah, I have to roll my attack as well. So both of those were successes for me. So you can either take an injury for each of, or for the attacks,
right?
Or you can negate the attacks as they like kind of try and rush into the room.
Okay, I think that in this moment, I will just like use my 2 successes right now just to like, I don't know what's happening. I'm calling in the police force to come
Great.
to the high school to help figure this out.
Yeah.
So I think I might just take the hits.
Do it. Great. Okay, so you're gonna roll
Okay.
you're gonna roll a d6. Roll it twice.
Okay.
Whatever number that it lands on, you're gonna apply that to that injury. So what number is that?
Okay, a 2 and a 3.
Okay,
Those are
so
the 2 numbers I rolled.
in your 1 and 2 injury, you can pick the first one of those, and in your 3 and 4 injury, you're gonna pick the first one of those. So now you
Okay.
have 2 injuries. You still got 4 more injuries you can get before you're in for it, but yeah.
Yeah, so I think I'm like calling on the radio, and these 2
They
lice
rush into the
folks
room.
come
They
up to
come.
me.
They grab you. You feel a punch across your face, and and a knee in your gut as they try to like push you back and take your walkie away from you so that you can't call anybody else. But the call goes out, and
Okay.
there are people on their way. Great, Eden, you will be next to act. By the way, I want to say for everyone here, if you want, Edward is here. He is in the mix. He is sulking. He's
Right.
half participating, but he wants to be helpful. So if you want to use him, I will allow you to fully like say, and Edward does this to help me do this or whatever. Like that is fully allowed. Go ahead and use Edward however you like.
Okay. Remind me, so Chuck is being attacked by 2 agents?
Yeah,
said one agent?
They're two lice patrol officers that have come and are trying to like grab him and restrain him.
And they're the only ones in this room, or who else is in this room?
It seems like there's more like off, kind of in the distance, that are surrounding the school. So you've got to get out of the school. That's the main goal. Is your objective, which is 6 points that need to be accrued to get it completed, and you need to remove 4 for the threat to be overdone. But they are going to attack you on this turn if you don't do anything.
Okay. I think I'm going to but they're so close to Chuck. Okay, I'm going to pick up one of the like bottles, like the beaker, the glass chemistry bottles that I'm sure are all over the
Erlenmeyer flask.
table.
Yes.
An Erlenmeyer flask, yes. I was paying attention in school.
Yeah. We're nerds.
And looking at how close they are to Chuck, I'm not going to do what I was going to do, but I'm instead just going to take 2 of those, and I'm going to throw them as hard as I can at these agents.
Yeah.
And just try to get them to like let him go. And I'm going to turn to Edward and get him to start making, taking some of the flammable liquids and make some Molotov cocktails.
Yeah. Great. So we're going to call this a shoot. You can use your shoot
Okay.
ability here. Go ahead and roll however many dice that would accrue for you. And if you want to apply any other equipment or anything in that you have
Okay.
to add a bonus to that.
I think I have anything in that. Okay. That is 2 successes, and one of them is a 6.
Great. So that means, let's see. Ooh, I had 1 success. So you will take an injury if you don't want to put that against one of the threats. But you have 3 successes, essentially.
Yeah.
How would you like to attribute those 3 points?
Bella's not here to see me be super cool. Right.
She can see.
She wouldn't see it as she's being like,
You see her like kind of dangling,
she's what?
kind of mysteriously as she. I mean, this winch is a slow winch. She is going up into the sky, but it's like if you've ever seen like a community theater where they've gotten access to hoisting somebody in a harness, they're moving at like.
Oh, so she's still close. Like
she's not reachable, but she is
Okay.
in view. She's just kind of in this
Okay.
helpless in
Then I'm
between
definitely
space.
gonna. I would have done it super coolly, and as I see those beakers make contact, just sort of like flip my hair and look back and make sure that she saw. And I'd like to. Can I take a Bella point for that?
Yeah, you want to attribute one towards Bella.
Yeah.
Let's throw a Bella point, a BP on the board for you. As you whip your hair, it shines and shimmers as golden bit of sunlight streaks through just a tiny break in the clouds.
Just a little bit,
Probably
just
that
right
blip,
across the cheekbone.
just the
Yeah.
and that the skin of a killer sparkles as it does golden in the sunlight, as it shines in Bella's eyes, and she's oh, good. I can't look at you directly. It's wow, it's breathtaking, and yes, beautiful. And then you chuck the other two. So you're trying to knock the threat down. Is that? I understand
Yeah.
for the other 2
Yeah.
points. Great. Those Erlenmeyer flasks, ping ping, don't even break. They just hit hard and rattle these two guys. But you do also take an injury as they get one success on you there. Go ahead and roll a d6, and however you want that injury lies.
1.
A 1, great. You can put it in the 1 column. No negative effects yet, but you can, if you get another one in the 1 column, there will start to be negative effects there. Wonderful. JB, how do you jump into action?
She sees Charlie and the vampires going after these guys, but her eyes are trained on Bella as she picks up her lacrosse stick and gives it a twirl.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Chuck, I got her. As she goes to the window and just launches a lacrosse ball at the dude's head that is carrying Bella as she jumps out of the window, ready to catch Bella if there's impact.
Beautiful.
And he drops her.
Okay. Go ahead and let's make that a shoot.
All right.
And go ahead and...
Okay. That is a 4, a 5, and a 4.
Ooh, nice.
A 4, a 5, and a 4. Wow. Okay. So 3 successes. Great.
Okay.
So you can attribute those however you want. Again, there's still an objective of 6, and the threat is at 2 currently. You did have 1 success against you for the attack. So if you'd like to try and block one of those attacks, you can use one of those 3. If you want to use that towards Bella points or lowering the threat, however you would like to accrue those. If you do lower the threat to 0, you'll have, by the way, you'll have some time before more reinforcements come, but reinforcements will come, and it will get worse and harder if you don't lower the objective. Just letting you guys know.
Yeah, I'll attribute 1 to the objective. As she jumps out the window, she'll be like, "School's out," trying to get the other students to like get out the door.
Yeah.
And then I'll attribute 1 to Bella points for looking cool and then attacking the dude that's holding her.
Great. Okay, so you're going to take the injury and a lower one threat?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got 1 threat left. We've lowered the objective by 1, and you're taking a Bella point.
Yeah.
Love it. I love it. Add a Bella point to your sheet. You, like, you know, you're not even trying. It's just effortless. Like, all that working out, your abs are visible through whatever. You could be wearing a cable knit sweater, and you could tell that there were abs under there. Like, it's just, you put in the work, you know? You put in the work. And the rest of the class recognize that. They start clearing out immediately out of the classroom. Everybody starts to scramble. You see there's a little bit of confusion in the moment, but you lowered the objective by 1. Bella looks down and she's like, "Dang, girl. All right. Okay."
Give a little wink.
Ooh. She spins in the air. You don't know how it imparted momentum to her, but she twirls as she's connected to this winch, and it's a thing of beauty.
All of these girls are staring at Bella and getting brained by these lice agents. What's going on?
It is. a wild time. Porcelain, what would you like to do in this moment?
Is the winch rope, like, is it made out of metal? Is it steel?
Yeah, it's like a steel cable currently connected to like a harness that's been attached to Bella.
Okay. What I would like to do, is she up so high that somebody couldn't throw me above her?
That would be very difficult. I would say that's nearly out of the realm of possibility, and you can attempt it,
Okay.
but I will make it very difficult.
All right, no problem.
Yeah.
I think what I will do instead, probably just instinctively wanting to protect the person, like, that she, like, wanting to protect Bella, but also wanting to protect Bella's dad. I think she's going to rush at one of the ICE agents that are, like, hurting Chuck. And she's going to take her quill and stab them with it.
Great. We call this brawl. I think that's what this roll is right here, straight up. Go ahead and give me a roll. Add whatever equipment bonuses you'd like to that as well.
Oh, I get my sharpened pencil, so I get another one. Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
Quill. I got a 5, a 5, and a 6.
I love it. That is 4 successes. So there is 1 threat left and 5 objective left. How do you want to split the...
I think I should take out some of the threat. So I just want to, like, I wanted her to run at them with her quill and just, like, start, yeah, like, right in the eyeballs. Like,
You love
just
it.
straight
Yeah.
for the eyes of the ICE agents.
Yeah.
And then, so allocate 2 against the threat.
There's only 1 threat left. Oh, I didn't roll, your attack there, but there is 1 success. So if you want, you can block 1 injury or take the injury, if you'd like.
I think I can afford to block the injury.
So you're going to
And then
spend one of your
also-
successes on blocking the injury. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay.
And then 1 on lowering the threat. And then
Great.
I have 2 more.
Threat is gone.
What?
The threat is gone now, so no one will be getting
Okay.
rolled against. And then, let's see, what do we got? And then we still have 2 more successes, right? Do you want to put those towards the objective?
I'd like to put 1 towards the objective, but
Okay.
I'm going to put another towards Bella. My Bella
Wonderful.
points.
Bella points. So the objective
I'm
is down
going to-
4.
Obviously, we care a lot about this objective. All of us are immediately like, how do we impress
Absolutely.
Bella? And I think I will do this. I will impress Bella by, I would like to, I want to run out. I'm just going to run out and just in the dorkiest way possible, hold up the bracelet that I'm making and go, Bella, wait, come back. I didn't give you your bracelet.
I love it. 100%. Like holding a boombox playing your favorite song over your head. She looks down and she's like, oh my gosh, you spent so much time on that. That's so beautiful. But she's very far away, so you barely hear any of it. But you can feel that, she appreciated it. Bella point. 1 Bella point coming your way. The objective now is 4. The threat has been negated. Both of those lice agents have been knocked out on the floor. Chuck, you are free to do what you want to do.
Okay, and so the objective is still not met, right? And so
by
what
the
does
way-
that kind of look like in the room? Oh, sorry.
So right now, you guys got to get out of there, as there are going to be more of these ICE agents. You got to get out and regroup somewhere else, because they're coming for you guys specifically as well, because they know that you're supernatural problem people. At that moment that you're looking out over the chaos, you see whoop 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 whoop. These very reckless old cop cars just come screeching in. I'm talking, 57 Ford Crown Royals, just smashing into other cars, just steel cages of destruction. Immediately, a bunch of policemen step out. What's the problem? What's going on here? Tell me, what's the situation? What's happening? Just everybody, chaos.
Okay, so I think I look at the the girls and go, all right, we gotta get out of here. Follow me. And I start leaving the room, and I'm like, all right, everyone just hop in your own police car. We gotta regroup somewhere else. And I start moving my way towards all the police cars, and I'm like, look, the roof's gone. They took my Bella. Just make sure all the kids are safe. Apparently there's like mermen, and some of these girls are crystal girls, and I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Just make sure people are safe. Yes.
We're gonna get Bella, all right? Me, you, we're a good team, right?
Yeah. We're
I'll
good.
read
We're
it.
good. We're good.
All right, we're gonna
I'm
get
here
her,
too, you know.
okay? Yeah, and porcelain, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, the Cullens are here too. Everyone just come. Let's we got someone keep eyes on the blimp.
Yeah. I'm gonna
make my way out.
I'm gonna say the police arriving knocks your objective down. You fully completed this objective, and so now, if you guys want, you can hop into a cup car. There are a couple different places you can go. If you want, there is directly from here on your way. Bonito leans over, and you hear kids screaming, and teachers are freaking out, and they're like, "What's going on? Why is half of the building missing?" And Bonito is like, I think if you want to get to Bella, you need an air vehicle yourself. The airport is just across the city. If you can make it over to the airport, you need to go now to go get a helicopter or a hot air balloon.
I wouldn't imagine that a merman would be able to drive. I don't know how to drive a plane. I mean,
I've never flown in a plane before. This may come as a shock to you. I am extremely afraid of heights. So, yeah, I'm not going
porcelain. Your magic crystals, do they work? Do they help?
They can totally fly a helicopter.
Okay.
Yep. All
It
right.
sounds like your crystals work on the power of belief. Is this? We don't have to get into the nitty gritty of how the crystals work at this moment.
I can't. It's science.
But if you guys want to cut across the city right now, your options, you can either head to the cemetery. There is an open meadow. There is also a bed and breakfast from here. But those are the three different locations that you guys could head to directly from here.
Cemetery.
Cemetery? Why would we go to the cemetery? Why are we talking about the cemetery?
You're not going to be looking for us there. Only dead people are there.
Hold on.
So true,
Chuck,
guys.
let me get something very quickly. You don't believe in the supernatural? Are you scared of going to the cemetery?
Look, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not scared of going. I'm just. I'm not scared. Okay, I'm not scared of any of this. I'm the chief of police. I'm not scared. Okay.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Well, okay. You girls. Let me know where you're going. I think I go to the police, and I'm like, all right, keys to your vehicle. I need 3 keys right now.
Yeah.
Monica.
Yeah,
So-
if you guys all want to jump in the same, they give you a police car. At that moment, you're all about to get into the police car. You hear over a loudspeaker, "Ha ha!" booming over the entirety of Forks, Washington. That's right. It's I, General Fipstick. I took your precious Bella, and I'll be having her help us with our plans. You dummies. The crowd is silent.
Nice.
They stare at the booming voice as it echoes across the valleys, the rivers. You stop at once. You're following, and turn yourself into the proper authorities. And Bella's gonna be fine. Everything is fine. And have a great I have a bad night. I hate you. How do I turn it off? Is it this one? It's not that one. I feel like I just turned it up a little bit. Is it still on? I think it's still on.
I think
just
Chuck
unplug
grabs
it. Just unplug. And
Chuck grabs
the
his
echoes
megaphone
subside.
and goes on. General Dipshit, we're coming for your ass. You better make sure that blimp flies fast because we got crystals that are about to fly a helicopter. So you better watch your ass, dipshit. All right, girls. You guys decide where you need to go. I need to go back to my house and get some weapons.
So you'll meet us.
Why
at
are you
the
saying it like that?
Well, you know the Forks police force. We've demilitarized our police force, and since then we've seen incredible, results from that. But due to that case, I don't carry my service weapons. But this seems like a time that I need to bring out the guns.
Wow.
Rock music starts playing lightly in the background as you hear this. Beautiful. You, I would assume, all cram into one police car. And I'm going to say you go to the Swan's house, Chuck's abode. A quaint home in this quaint city. It's a good place to restock on things. As you pull up, you can't help the feeling that you don't have much time and that you're being watched. You step into the house. Chuck, you immediately go for your stash of guns in the gun safe. You're very, obviously, very safe father, and you lock everything up, and you follow all the rules there. Eden, JB, Porcelain, you wander into Bella's room. What do you do?
Yeah. While he's getting the guns, if we're in Bella's room, JB just goes and sits on the bed, looks over at Eden. So we're calling it a truce today, right? Just today?
I guess we have to for Bella, right?
I mean, if it's for Bella, I'd
do it for Bella.
anything.
Do anything for Bella.
You don't have to be so dramatic about it.
I'm sorry,
I knew
I
that
was
friendship charm I made would work.
You see a small...
Look at it in
bubble of
action, Porcelain.
crystals next near Bella's bedside.
Porcelain, how
And-
often are you up here?
Oh, all the time. Whenever I get to come and hang out. Chuck is really cool about letting me come and hang out and, just make crystals and do astrology. Did you know that Bella is a Cancer? Isn't that
I did know.
I did know that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yep, we actually talk
I-
about it a lot.
I didn't know that you guys were vampires and werewolves, though. That's actually, I kind of did know, I guessed, really, I was suspicious the whole time, but it's just, it's really funny to have it, confirmed, and we're all hanging out in this room, all of us, 3 of us who have supernatural abilities, all of us. It's kind of crazy.
I'm not surprised, whenever you left that crystal on my desk, I thought it was a sign that you were you knew, and then you joined the lacrosse team all of a sudden, and the rest of us are werewolves. So I thought you were getting close. You're pretty smart.
Did I leave that crystal on your desk? Were you sure that was me? That could have been anyone who left that crystal. Did you like it? From whoever left it?
Yeah, I put it in my my backpack, kind of, sometimes give it a little rub for good luck. But yeah, it's I thought it was from you. You're kind of the crystal girl, right?
Oh, is that? Yeah, I guess I kind of am.
There's no
yeah,
other
and a friend of
crystal ball at
Bella's
this
is a
high
friend of
school.
mine.
It's even being Forks, Washington. You're the only crystal girl at Forks High School, for sure.
Yeah.
As you ruminate and try not to be weird, being in Bella's room at your very best, you all find +3 to your blood stat. So, Dad, you find some coffee. Porcelain, you find some vape juice. So add +3 to those to use for later for your special abilities. And just then, you see Edward pops up at Bella's window, and seemingly very like he's done this before. Opens the window of Bella's room and sits in there and goes, "There are like a bunch of bad guys or whatever outside. We're completely surrounded."
Can you not? We're kind of having a moment right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry for interrupting. It's just that there's like a lot of them, and I think we should get out of here so that we don't get caught. You know.
Hey, do you know Aunt, what's her name? Doesn't she have a pilot's license?
I know a pilot. Yeah, I mean, one of the Cullens probably is a pilot. We've lived for hundreds of years. Somebody has to have taken a pilot's class at some point.
Aunt, what is her name? God, we always...
Are you talking about our aunt? Aunt
Yeah.
Bethesda?
Bethesda, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, it's hard because she is 1,000 years old. And so
I mean,
she doesn't really speak
technically
so much as like make weird screeching and guttural noises, but I do think she knows how to fly.
Yeah, she can fly a hell of a plane, right? Yeah, that's what I'm
she
saying.
can. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll have to find her. I think she's been wandering around the rainforest recently. Should we head there next?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
All right.
We think we have a good chance of finding her.
Like I said, there are so many bad guys just outside the building, and you hear a loud knock on the front door. Weird clicking noises. These guys might not be human, but who's to say? Yes, you're immediately surrounded. It is an armored patrol. So that is a threat of 6. I'm going to say that the objective is 1. You just got to get out the door and get out of here. But you do have to eliminate this threat before you're able to do so. You now have your guns with you out of your gun safe. You all have 3 blood. Let's say, Chuck, you're downstairs. You are the first to hear that knock. What do you want to do?
I think, I think I yell upstairs to the girls. I'm like, "Girls, what's going on outside? Can you see from the window?"
I think some bad guys are here.
They at the front door?
Yep.
And I just blow a hole straight through the front door. Don't even open it.
Nice.
Just shoot my sawed-off shotgun just straight through.
Love it. I love it. Roll, shoot.
All right, and since I get a plus to close quarters, so I can roll 5 here. Ooh, not good. That is only 1 success.
Ooh.
Yeah, you
Are they
fire
attacking
off.
me?
They're attacking you as well. That is 3 attack that they've got coming your way. It's okay. It's only 2 successes. So you have 2 successes towards you. They bust down that door as you shoot through it. You basically help them in a little bit. You have 1 success to work with. How do you want to use it?
This is not good for Chuck right now.
Got
Well,
Chuck.
I think I need to protect myself to try to take down 1 damage.
Okay, yeah. You just, as that door comes down, you guard yourself. 1 attack gets through. Go ahead and roll for 1 wound.
That's a 6. So I got 1 in each injury category.
Okay, no negative effects yet, but you are hurting. Your wound will be bad. Eden, what would you like to do in this moment as you hear that gunshot go off downstairs? You also see one of these guys trying to climb in through the window after Edward.
Ooh. If I see a guy coming in through the window, I'm going to walk over to the window, and I'm going to use one of my abilities, which is Knight's Willing Servant. So I'm going to spend one of my blood to summon a swarm of bats under my control. And so I will call them from inside all of the, like, under the eaves of this old house, underneath, under the, like, the crawl space, from the woods outside, just an entire swarm of bats to bite this guy's face off and get him to fall off.
Go ahead and roll. Would this be... I guess you're using a special ability, so let's roll first. Let's say brawl. What would you? You're going to just attack him, right?
Yeah, brawl or terrify, but that wouldn't be really coming from me, probably, right?
Oh, I guess if you're just spending blood, it's like a blood attack. Yeah, let's use terrify. Go ahead and roll for your terrify.
3 successes.
Nice.
2 4s and a 5.
Nice. 3 successes, great. And those bats are summoned. Let's say that is another success on top of that. So you have 4 successes you can apply. Like I said, the threat is 6. They are going to attack you. That's 1 success. So if you want, you could take the wound. How would you like to play this?
I already have 1 injury.
Likely
Can I use a success to
guard.
block the...
Yeah. You use that success. Yeah. So 1 success. You got 2 more successes that you can apply however you'd like. Bella points. You notice that all of the henchmen have little GoPros on them. And you have the sneaking suspicion that the big bad guy is watching on a myriad of televisions that Bella is looking at.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to apply a Bella point to that then.
All right.
I'll just sort of like throw a wink to the body cam.
Yeah.
That he's wearing.
And are you going
right before you
take one point to the threat?
Yeah.
Great. 1 point to the threat, 1 point to a Bella point, 1 point to block. You catch this guy's fist as he comes in, and as you see that GoPro, you're just like, knock him back out the window. He goes flying. And as you can see, off in the distance, you hear a echo throughout the hills as something awful is off in the distance. Something sinister is about. The threat level is now at a 5. JB, what would you like to do?
Yeah. What can we see outside of Bella's window? Like, can we see all the people out there, or what's the view?
Yeah, there is, they're basically a bunch of these armored infantry people kind of like walking around, searching around the house. There's like an ATV, you know, a couple of them out there, just like driving around the woods around Bella's house, kind of trying to scope out what's the best point of ingress. You've already got a few coming in through the front door, walking over Chuck. It's bad.
Yeah, she's just gonna get down into the fray. So going full brawl. She rolls her shoulders again, gives a little look at Eden. Kind of weak. And she rubs her tongue across her like enamel of her teeth, feeling where those braces used to be, feeling her new muscles start to flex as her body begins to transform and grow this bronze, like beach bunny type golden fur. And she gives a righteous howl as she jumps out the window and just begins taking out these guys in the front lawn.
I love it. Brawl. Roll brawl for me. Let's do it.
Okay. Okay, I got 1 6 and the others are failures. So a critical success. So she jumps out the window and just starts going for kneecaps, going for the jugulars. And every now and again, if she knocks a guy down with a GoPro, she gives it a lick just to mess it up a little, but also kind of show that it's a little kiss for Bella.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I just rolled an attack on you as well, and I got 2 successes. Okay. I've been rolling really good. I'm so sorry, guys. So you have 2 attacks coming your way. Do you want to block any of those? Or you just want to eat them? You just take them.
I think for now she's just gonna take them.
Okay, and you want to put 1 Bella point in and 1 into threat, if I'm understanding that right. So we'll take that 5 down to a 4. Our threat level is now at 4. You have, go ahead and roll for 2 injuries.
Okay.
Unseen by you, Bella, sitting in front of a myriad of television screens as somebody maniacally laughs in the background, just sees you give a little wink and a lick to every camera as it comes into view, as you just chomp down on another ATVing putty of a person. Great. Incredible. Porcelain, how would you like to act?
Yes. So there are goons outside the front door, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And from Bella's window, can I look down at them?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to go through my toolkit, which consists predominantly of crystals and essential oils. And I would like to take the most corrosive essential oils that I have and put them together and make a little, I'd like to jerry-rig a little bomb.
I love it. It's going to happen. You're jerry-rigging a bomb. Yeah. Out of your essential oils. We're going to call this a fix.
Right. Okay, so this is fix. I get 4, and then I get an additional 1 for jerry-rigging. That is a 6 and a 6, and then a 2, 3, 1. So 4?
Yeah, that's 4 successes. So you had 2 criticals there. 6 to 6. Wonderful. You cobble together out of your essential oil kit. I don't know why you would have it, but you have napalm. You've created napalm.
Yes.
And it's very dangerous. I don't know why you shouldn't be allowed to have napalm.
Yes, it's very irresponsible.
It's an incredibly irresponsible thing for you to have on you and your person, but you made it. And it's beautiful that you have it. They look up at you and fire at you. You have 1 attack success towards you. So if you'd like, you can block that 1 attack and use your other 3, or you can take the injury, whatever you would like to do in the situation.
I think that she'll dodge it. Like she's skittish. I think as soon as she sees that noise, she's just like, and like dodges out of the way of it. So I'll allocate 1 success towards that.
Great.
And then I want to drop the bomb down on top of them and allocate something towards the threat. Um,
Got it. Yeah.
and then
just one towards the threat?
no, we'll put 2 towards the threat.
2 towards the threat. Threat is down now to 2. Only 2 left on the threat. You have 1 point left. How do you want to apply that?
I would like to say that my bomb smells so good that even Bella can smell it through the GoPro. Like, they just have incredibly sensitive equipment. Like,
yeah. What does it look like when this bomb lands and consumes these people?
it looks as though you put a compressive explosive device inside one of those Bed Bath & Beyond, like, bath bombs going off, like a glitter bath bomb. That's exactly what it looks like.
If they were able to survive, they would be the best smelling henchmen ever. But the most glorious smelling mushroom cloud wafts up into the air, and you see the poof covers around the blimp, and you hear a kind of just echo from.
Your mic's still on. Your mic is still on.
I'm pregnant. I love that. That's amazing. The burning, I'm going to say right now, the burning area in front of this house gives you guys an opportunity to escape if you want to make a dash for it. Mm-hmm. You've parted the seas. You make your way back into the ratty old police car and you zip off. Where you hear again in the distance. But what's that? It's strange. It's almost like it's saying something. Baseball. That can't be right. Baseball.
Those your people, JB?
Strange.
JB is like just changing back into like her athletic clothes that she always carries with her, like maybe her lacrosse jersey, flannel on top, of course. Nah. No. I think baseball is the lamest of sports. Really slow.
There is a baseball field not far from here on the way to the police station.
Are we in the back of the car right now? We all are we like walking? How are we getting there?
You're all, if you were
We're in the car.
you're diving out of there, it would be right there in the driveway, ready for you all to jump in. I'm imagining you're all sitting in the car now, like trying to figure out where to go.
I've got porcelain between me and JB because I refuse to sit.
Yep.
Next.
Someone could go shotgun. You guys
Yeah,
are
I
all
tried to
behind.
sit shotgun and you wouldn't let me.
Well, no, that was before all of this started happening. Now I feel like the rules are out the window. You guys blew up my house. I guess I blew up my house too. Where baseball? Should we listen to that voice?
Sounds like a threat.
I guess it beats going to the cemetery.
Baseball in the cemetery. Look, I don't know what's happening, but all I know is one thing. As Chuck's like driving out the neighborhood, he like reaches back into like a little go bag they had. He's like, "All right, I filled up some pepper spray for you girls. Here, everyone take one." And I hand out a pepper spray to everyone. I always kept a lot for Bella, but now I feel like maybe you all should have the extra canisters that I had.
Well, that's real
Yeah,
thoughtful of you, Mr. Swan.
Thank you, Mr. Swan.
Look,
That reminds me
I
of
like totally like look backwards. I'm like, look, Eden, I'm sick of this attitude. Okay, you're always coming around with your moody attitude, and look, we can't have that right now.
You hear the top of the car like crumble and crunch a little bit, and it's Edward riding on top of the car, not inside of it. He goes,
Get your fucking brother off of the top of the car, Eden.
"No, I agree with you. She's so moody.
Doesn't listen to me.
I can't stand her. I don't want to ride in
Shut
the car.
up,
with her.
Edward.
You're so dumb. Ugh.
God. Go home.
I'm gonna save
She
Bella.
doesn't even like you.
She does.
She doesn't even like you.
She smells really good, but I can't eat her.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not allowed.
Hey, Edward,
Right?
you're fucking weird, man.
I'm
Get
not
off of the
weird.
top
I'm
of
a
the car.
vampire.
Oh.
I've been alive for a long time. It's hard. My life is really hard, man. You just don't
What were
understand
you saying
me.
about your aunt Bethesda?
Yeah,
She's like 1,000
Yeah,
years
she-
old to fly a plane.
She doesn't know how to interact with society anymore. She's, it's when you've like lived for too long.
She's really old.
What'd she do? Like drink the blood of the Wright brothers? What'd she do?
Actually,
How'd she learn how?
Probably.
dude, that's
Oh,
crazy you would
probably.
say that, but I think that's how she learned how to fly.
Oh, that's how things work now. That's how
Yeah.
things work now. Okay.
Well,
Well,
it's kind of how they've
well,
always
Man,
been.
my
okay.
teacher's a merman this morning, and I just found out about that too. Okay, so I've got a lot on my plate also.
Get off of
Dude.
my car.
I will. Can I ride shotgun?
Come.
Just sit in the front, Edward.
We
Get in the
drift
front.
away from the scene as the car weaves through the beautiful Forks, Washington countryside. And at this moment,
Love
we're
it
going to
this
take a
time of
little
year.
break, a little bio break, so that we can take care of the things that our body needs, like water and releasing of water and
Vampires don't need to do that, actually.
That's right, vampires famously.
Thanks, Eden.
But if you
Thanks.
happen to be part
All right.
merman, you might need to drink something about now.
A lot.
So we're going to take
Like a lot.
a quick little break. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. And we'll see you all then. 5 minutes. See you soon. I might have to Welcome back, everybody. We are back in action. Where we left off, we were driving into the beautiful expanse of Forks Wilderness on our way to our next objective. The objective, of course, get Bella out of that blimp and save the world. What are the stakes? We don't know. What is this weird dude who's yelling at us from a blimp? Who's to say? But what is very clear is that Bella is in danger, and that's never okay. And so, do we go get our 1,000-year-old aunt who knows how to fly airplanes? Do we just look into the strange yelling of baseball out in the wilderness? What do we do?
I say we follow the baseball sound. I don't know. They could be. Maybe they're friendly.
Mm-hmm. And just as a reminder for the audience, our intrepid heroes are... Is that copyright? I don't know if I can say that.
Shut it down. Shut them down.
I'm sorry.
You're listening.
Brennan?
Our fantastic... It's probably the same size hands. Our fantastic, friendly, fearsome... I don't have an F word for fellows. Fearsome fellows? Our fearsome fellows. I like that. Fearsome fellows.
I got you, baby.
Thank you. Cameron's just off screen. Our fearsome fellows are currently running from LICE, which stands for Liminal... what was it? Liminal Customs Enforcement. Yes. So the supernatural sector version of these people. Once again, at the top of this, just want to remind everybody that engaging in these politics, we're not going to do this with any nuance or subtlety. It's all just balls to the wall insanity in here. So let's have some fun. Where would you all like to head to next?
We got one vote for baseball. 2 votes for baseball.
Yeah,
I guess.
Oh, by the way, Chuck, I guess I could have given this to you last night when you invited me over for dinner. As she looks at Eden. It's that pre-workout I was telling you about. It's actually not bad in coffee. It's vanilla flavored.
Oh. Yeah, pour some in and I hand you my mug.
Generous helpings. Yeah. And by the way, next Saturday does work for hunting if it's good for you.
Oh, awesome.
How does
it should work.
This buddiness make Eden and Porcelain feel at the moment?
I think Porcelain's just happy that everybody's friends.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Porcelain, you're not a hunter, so always invited, but if you want.
I'm vegan.
That checks out.
Okay. Sure.
I could hunt, I guess. If you want someone who actually knows what they're doing.
Oh. It gave me a bad noise. Yeah. Sorry, can you all hear me?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Hot swapping some sound
there we
devices
go.
here at the
Oh,
moment.
you're delayed though.
Am I?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Are my claps in time?
Oh, you're like a
No.
second delay.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
That's
if
okay.
it's incredibly distracting, we'll figure it out.
Actually, I think it's better now.
Oh, great.
It's better
Wonderful.
now.
These things work
There you
themselves
go.
out, as does your love for Bella. Full circle. We make our way, driving through the wet, rainy countryside to a lacrosse field? A lacrosse field? But wait, there's a creature yelling baseball. There, as you crest the hillside and the lacrosse field comes into view, you see something strange. There are players warming up for practice, but these players are dressed strangely. Players dressed in the lice
Get it
outfits. There's one gigantic individual who seems to be augmented by some sort of mechanical devices. That's right. You see there, standing with a gigantic bat in the middle of this field with these roughly laid baseball diamonds. Clarence, just so you all know, canonically, in the Twilight Saga, vampires play baseball during lightning storms. So there might be some danger here about this. Big, dumb, powerful Clarence is a simple being, and he has but one task, and that is to wreck your shit. At baseball. He just wants to play baseball. As you arrive at the baseball diamond, you find that who does Clarence have in a cage but your guttural and unspeaking aunt, Bethesda, looking around at the strange, thick steel iron bars she's been trapped in. But Clarence is fair. Clarence yells out to you, "Stupid vampires! I want to play baseball with you." He's offering you a challenge. Do you step up to the plate?
I'm actually not really
Even-
a vampire.
I learned about this today. So
Yeah.
if you're
Does
okay
that
with
count?
playing like sort of a mixed game, then we're all about it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll look over at JB and just quirk an eyebrow. You up for a real game?
I think I can beat you at any game, but let's see how this goes. Like to see you try.
Now, I'm going to let you guys know right now, this fight is going to be a little special because the attacks that you're going to experience are going to attack your Bella score. And that can go into the negative. So be aware. Your precious little BPs are at stake because you could befall to the ick. That's right. You could give Bella the ick.
No.
I'm her dad.
All
I'm
right.
used
Never
to it.
that.
It's never gonna happen.
Clarence is a threat of 6. He is an attack of 4. You see a gigantic pneumatic like arm that has a bat built into it. And his attack is always going to be towards that Bella score. So I'm just letting you all know now. This can get nasty quick. He also has 2-inch thick armor, which means that successes need to overcome that amount to deal damage to his threat of 2. He is defeated once he reaches the 0, though. So, and then there are also going to be other players out on the mound, just regular infantry patrolling. They will attack when they have a chance. So let's have some fun with this. Who steps up to the plate first?
I think Chuck looks back at the girls and goes, I was all region back in high school, so I know a thing or two about baseball. And I know that best player hits fourth cleanup. So, girls, why don't you guys show me your stuff? And would I be able in this moment to give? I have an ability called Overprotective. Could I give my 3 coffees that I got and give each one of them an extra die to roll in this encounter?
I'll allow it. Yeah, you can share.
Sweet.
Yeah, so everybody gets.
So
let's
at
turn it
any
into a
time
plain
they
die.
can.
Everybody gets 1 extra die you can roll for your attempt.
Cool. So
Nice.
that's what Chuck does. Does a cool stop with the car in the outfield.
And remember, Clarence has a threat level of 6. The others have a threat level of 4. And you can attribute your attack to either one of those threat levels.
I'll go up first.
Go for it.
Porcelain, would you like to start
All right.
with the play?
Yeah, I step up to the plate, and I pick up the bat. This is baseball, right? Like I pick up the bat.
100%. Yeah.
Where is Clarence?
Clarence is standing on the pitcher's mound, and he's getting ready to throw one right down the middle.
Getting ready to throw one right down the middle. I'd like to use my ability. Clarence is made out of metal, right?
He's got metal parts.
He's got like
yeah.
metallic parts. Metallic
Yes.
parts. Yeah. Porcelain is incredibly nervous right now. And I think I would like to use my ability Acid Spit, and I would like to throw up on him.
Okay. Great. I like it. I like where this is going already. We're going to say this is shoot. I think maybe that's the right. Yeah.
Excellent.
If you want to use shoot
So I
or
have-
maybe terrify.
I can use shoot. I'd like to use shoot if possible.
How do sports
so I get
work?
3 for shoot, 1 extra die
Just like
from
this, Justin.
Chuck, and then
Yes.
2 extra die because I'm going up against metal.
Yes.
I think Chuck at this moment pulls out his service megaphone and goes, leading off for the Bella Swans, Porcelain.
Porcelain up to the plate.
I got a 5 and a 6 and a 6. So that's 5 successes.
Ooh, nice.
5 successes. Wow. Okay. Ooh. I just rolled 3 successes from Clarence here. Clarence, how would you like to attribute these? Do you want to take some injuries? Do you want to?
I can take an injury. I can do that.
Okay.
So that'll be one of my points. I definitely want to. I want I want to just like throw up, and basically like because all I eat is like wheatgrass and apple cider vinegar. My
Yes.
throw up is very acidic.
Yes.
So it just burns through, like it just starts to corrode the metal that's on his body. So I'd like to put 2 points against Clarence.
Yeah. Okay. So we take away 2. You blocked from 2 of those attacks. I'm going to say that you've effectively hampered Clarence's ability to attack by 1. So he's only going to roll 3 attack from now on. But you do get 1 injury. So go ahead and roll for an injury there.
2, okay. Mark off
and
flesh
then
wound. Ow.
how do you want to attribute your other... oh, sorry. You don't get a wound. You get a negative Bella point. I'm sorry. Because seeing you vomit...
Ooh.
It's extremely
Porcelain.
uncool.
No,
I look
no,
very
no.
uncool.
Oh,
Big
I
no.
don't look
no.
cool at all.
A girl's there
Oh.
to support, her friends. But it changes the way you see somebody a little bit when you watch them
Yeah.
just acid spit on a giant half metal human being. You see the blimp
And that-
off in the distance as it rotates slowly, turning. As you've now kind of are a little bit ahead of how far it's moved now. Again, slow car chase. That's what this is. But Bella sees that, and it's gross. Gross.
It's okay. It was not cool. It wasn't cool at all.
No.
I didn't
So
look good
we-
doing it.
You have 1. You've blocked
Oh,
2 of them.
God.
You did some damage there. What was the other successes applied to? You had 5 total. Is that right?
I did have 5 total.
Okay, so you still have 3 other successes. Where would you like to spend those?
Still have 3 other successes. Well, in that case, I'm going to get us closer to the objective. Is there an objective? There is an objective in the scene, right? Yeah. So
the objective is to defeat this threat of Clarence. That is currently the whole objective. So the threat goes away. You have to win baseball against Clarence. That is the objective.
Okay.
The threat is
I got
6.
it.
Yeah.
So I'd like to reduce the threat by 2.
Great.
If I can do that.
You can.
And then I know exactly how this plays out. Like, basically, she went up to bat and he threw the ball and it hit her. And it just made her vomit, projectile vomit onto him.
Yeah.
But she gets on base because of that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're fully like ready to like bunt, right? And it just hits you square in the solar plexus. Projectile, boom. You take your base. And JB is up to bat.
She looks over at Eden. Let's see how it goes. I'll show you how it's done. As she steps up to plate. She starts out like she's going to bat right-handed. Nah. I'll make it easy on you. And she turns to the left and gives a howl up to the air and kind of hulks out a little bit as her muscles grow.
Yeah.
And listens to a cacophony of howls echoing in the distance as they answer her call, kind of like the cheering of fans as she waits for that first pitch. And she's going to try to use that terrify ability to like really show that she's the apex predator here.
Okay.
And then just smack the ball just right over Charlie's head.
Let's go ahead and use Terrify. Go ahead and roll Terrify for me. And apply
All right, and she took a little sip of coffee before coming up here.
Love it. I love it. And you're going to get an extra die from Chuck. Don't forget that to roll.
Okay. And is it possible to use my Apex Predator ability to reduce the threats rating by 3?
Yes, it is.
Ooh, nice.
So we bring the threat down to 1. We also have the goons out in the field looking a little angry as well, with a threat level of 4 still out there. And we still need to win baseball.
Yeah, I rolled 2 6s and a 5 and a 1.
Oh,
wow.
So 3 6. Wait, so 1 success and then 2 criticals?
Yeah. So 5 successes. I'm going to roll the attacks here. Ooh, 3. All right, so that's 3 successes. I'm rolling great, man. I wish I was playing. You're doing really well. You guys are doing really well. You're rolling really well as well. So again, these 3 points are all anti-Bella points. Do you want to negate? You said you had 5 successes, right? We brought the threat level down
successes.
to 1.
Yeah.
We still have 4 for the threat level of the goons out in the field. And
yeah, so as she is walking out, she deflates a little bit, wants to show her humility, so she'll block those 3 Bella icks.
Great.
And then as she's going towards first base and encouraging Porcelain to like keep going to second, the goons in the field, she'll give them just like a snarl to, I guess, like threaten them further and take away some of their prowess on the field and maybe take away 2 of their threats.
2 of their threats, got it. Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
we've
the 5
lowered now.
points.
There's only 1 threat of Clarence and 2 threats of the goons out in the field. Eden is up to bat. We've got someone on first, someone on second. Hey, batter.
Eden will walk up coolly, knowing that this is her game. And taking the bat and flipping it in her hand, doing that cool baseball player thing where you're flipping the bat and catching it in the handle and flipping the bat. And I get up to the plate and I look over
Edward's like,
the
"Show off."
field. I can hear him say that. And I just point out to the field with the bat.
Ooh.
And I get
Oh,
ready
shot.
for him to throw, for him to pitch. And I assume that if he pitches, that I swing and hit. I'm going to try and hit. My goal is I want to hit as close to a home run as I can, as far out as I can. I don't play baseball. Can you tell?
What?
As far out as I can, but as I hit the ball and I'm assuming Clarence will turn, people will turn and look, I will reach into my bag and light the Molotov cocktail that I've carried with me this whole time and throw it at him.
Okay. All right. Let's roll. I guess this would be shoot, and then you'll add your Molotov
probably
cocktail to that.
Yep. And that's just one die for that?
For your Molotov cocktail.
Or what do I add for that?
However many pluses it has next to that, you would add to that when usage.
Oh, I don't know where I would.
So on your sheet there, it should have Molotov cocktail.
Oh no, I just made that up, Justin. I made that up in my brain. That's not on my sheet.
Well, great. Yeah, you have a Molotov cocktail. No, it's a fully lit cocktail.
I definitely
Molotov
just
cocktail
have that. I just decided.
Out of your pocket.
Okay.
Yeah.
And well, I took it from the chemistry lab that I made in there.
You've got it. I mean, I imagine
I got it now.
Chuck lit it because, he's adding a dice to your pool. So go ahead and add one dice to your shoot and go and roll that.
Okay. And I'm going to add Chuck's extra die that he gave me too.
Yes, correct.
Okay. I have 4 successes. 3 of them are 6s.
Nice. That's 7 total.
What? So that's 7 total.
That's wild. I rolled 1 success.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
This is my game.
Smash this ball. Tell me, what does it look like as this ball enters the upper atmosphere?
I feel like the clouds have been gathering at this point because, as we always do, play baseball in a thunderstorm, and it's gotten sort of dark by the time I've gotten up to bat. And as I'm pointing out into the field, a little crack of light is shining through the clouds, just enough to illuminate where I'm standing. And a little bit of that shimmer on my skin shows through. And as he throws the ball and I crack it out into the field, it is the loudest thunder crack that anyone has ever heard.
Yeah.
And
you create a sonic boom with this baseball.
I'm real, and I just like throw a glance over to JB as this is happening, right before I hold my arm back to have Chuck light my Molotov cocktail.
Beautiful.
And then whip it, and it shatters as it hits Clarence.
Baseball. You see as like the acid-eaten metal begins to change to a bluish hue in the heat of the flames that engulf the rest of his fleshy parts of his body. He is writhing in agony as the rest of the goons skip town. They're like, nope, that's a vampire. Forget it. They run. They just take off running. You see your baseball part the clouds, but right before they do, a lightning bolt shoots down through the base, and I've never seen this before, but it splits the lightning bolt in half. It tears it into 2 lightning bolts, and somewhere on the ISS, an astronaut gets hit with the baseball. That's what happens. That's canon.
And it hits.
Twilight Saga.
It hits the ISS, and then it comes back down and bounces right next to
It
home
goes
plate.
around the earth, and it lands
Around the earth, yeah.
rolls
Yeah.
back to your feet.
Yeah. Yep.
Charred,
orbit.
smoking.
I just take a casual walk around,
yeah,
hitting all the bases.
around a
Yeah.
burning Clarence. Baseball! As everybody steps on the bases, you did it. And you see in the charred remains of Clarence there a key. And there in the cage, you're able to unlock your aunt, your 1,000-year-old aunt.
Bethesda.
Eden?
Is this a normal vampire?
I'll go.
Yeah, this is
I'll go and
this is
unlock
what
the
they all
cage.
look like when they get older.
She's
Wow.
like the parts of her that are human have kind of calcified into bat-like shape. Her nose has that weird bat thing that's going on. It's
Yeah.
like upturned, and her features, she's growing like fur kind of on her face, and her arms, her like fingers have become long and webbed, but not fully, not in a useful way, just a freaky little bat person. And
Yep.
she's like, if you were to take like an old, like kind of portly woman who just would like putter around, but just make her a gross bat person.
No, we're driving. We're not letting this
I go-
woman fly us.
Give me a fly plane.
I go and I unlock the cage, like guide her out, my arm around her shoulder. Aunt Bethy,
Blood,
we need you to help us. We need you to help us.
blood.
Do you want to fly a helicopter?
Oh, I want to fly. Blood.
You want to help me get my girlfriend back?
Girlfriend? Girlfriend?
You want to eat some agents?
Ah.
That's what I thought. I
Blood.
know it's been a long time for you. Come on, let's go eat some agents. Let's go. And I'll guide her back as we're walking towards the
She
police
waddles
vehicle.
with you like a penguin, but she's a bad person, and that's strange. She.
I'll open the front door for her so she can sit shotgun.
Yeah,
That's
she's a
wonderful.
I don't think shotgun's not for.
She
Not
immediately
for every-
sees Chuck and it's like,
I don't know about this.
Nope,
I
not
really
him.
don't.
Not him. Nope. Bethy. Aunt Bethy, no. And I'll sort of like squeeze her shoulder as I'm letting her in, helping her into the car. Nope, not this one.
Eden,
Agents,
put
just
her
think
in
about
the
the
back.
agents.
Edward
her
would
in
have
the
let me
back.
Eat him.
In the trunk.
In the trunk, Eden. Wait. Edward did the thing when he was on top. Can Bethesda just go on top of the car?
Do
Blood.
you want to ride on top
I
of the
got
car?
yeah.
I'll reach into my bag and I'll take out the blood pack that I have.
She like Spider-Man's up onto the ceiling of the car and then like crawls up onto the top of the car with Edward,
There you go.
who's just been like sitting there looking off.
I toss
so
the blood
hard.
pack up to him on the top.
It's so hard to live forever.
Oh God, Edward, get
I'm
over
really good at
yourself.
baseball. I'm sorry you
Take
guys
care
didn't
of
get a
that,
chance to
Bessie.
see. I would have.
I stop and like look at Eden. I'm like, Eden, you are sure that woman can fly a plane? You're
She can
sure?
do a lot of things, Mr. Swan. I'm positive.
I don't care about a lot of things. I care about one thing right now. Can she fly a plane? And I need you to be 100% sure. 100% sure. You can't.
I'm
Not even a little
I
bit.
mean, I'm maybe like
of
90. I'm like 95%. I haven't. It's been a while.
Mr. Swan, it's okay. Anything she can't do, my crystals can.
There. See? We've got
Honestly, that's a
crystals.
little bit. That's reassuring, which is crazy right now. That is reassuring.
As you're leaving the parking lot, you notice something familiar in this parking lot. A motorcycle. Who could that belong to? Oh. It might
Hey
belong
Chuck.
to-
Yeah,
my
what's
my
up,
bike.
Gibby?
I forgot I left you here last night.
Oh,
What were you doing here last night?
practice, and then I just took a 5-mile jog to their house for dinner. Totally normal. All right, I'm going to take the bike. I don't want to ride with this thing on the roof. And she's just going to hop out of the car. Porcelain, you want to ride on the back?
I mean, yeah, that sounds kind of cool. That sounds fine. It sounds, yeah, she's already there.
As
Just
they're
me.
going to the motorcycle, did you hear him say girlfriend? Is that a real thing? Did you hear her say girlfriend?
That they were a thing. I heard her say that, but I didn't think it was a thing.
It's
not
a thing.
Just a thing in her head.
Yeah, here, and she'll hand you the motorcycle helmet that
With
she's
my
always had in her
super
backpack.
hearing, I just kind of call out of the car window, "Girlfriend!" I said girlfriend, because that's what we are. So
We'll see about that.
So, I just need JB to say one thing, and that is the title of the current thing that we are playing to Porcelain as you get on the
Eat the
motorcycle
Reich.
together, which would be directly underneath this Forks High School yearbook.
Yeah, they
You could just
Twilight.
climb onto the motorcycle,
yes.
rev it up, look back at Porcelain, kind of give a little smile as she sees Porcelain in like the bobblehead helmet. Hold on tight, spider monkey, and then rev it up and go.
You're so cool.
As the wind's like flying through their hair, I think as me and Eden and the rest of the vampires are driving in the silent police vehicle. 2 vampires on top, Eden in back. It's like silence for like a minute. I'm like, nice hit, kid. Didn't think you were a sporty type.
thanks. Yeah, I mean, I play every now and then with family. It's kind of a thing we do all together. It's kind of lame. It's kind of nice. I don't know.
Now, when you say family, does like Aunt Bethesda represent kind of? Is it more Aunt Bethesda or more you?
Edward climbs down into the car with you both at this moment.
Ah! Oh, fuck. God,
I mean,
damn.
she can't really hold a bat to, the like. I
'Cause
mean,
she is one.
steering a plane is fine, but
I'm sorry, Chuck. Do you have a problem with vampires?
No. No, I'm good. I'm fine.
you're
fine.
sweating an awful lot, Chuck.
I drink a lot of coffee. And that protein, I don't know what was in that protein, but it's making me feel weird. I'm
You
good.
okay to drive? You want Aunt Bethy to drive?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
I drive. Blood.
She can do it. It'll be
Stay
good practice
up.
for her before she gets in the.
I'm
just
I'm
look out.
counting on that she had the practice before this. She doesn't.
You look.
She's
I mean,
good.
it's been
no.
a little while.
Nope.
She's been in a cage, Chuck.
Yeah, show some.
Sorry.
Get
Raise-
out of the front windshield. Bethesda, I can't see. I can't see. If you know how to fly a plane, you understand. I need to see out the front window, Bethesda.
She's
Aunt
Curtis
Bethy.
covers.
Aunt Bethy.
Yeah.
I'll like help her climb back into the car
She's sitting
and
in the
buckle
back
her
now.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll buckle her into the. See, we're on our way. We're on our way. We're almost there. Just picture,
Going to there.
just picture those lace agents' throats. They're gonna be delicious. Just think about it. Just think about practice. Yeah,
Great.
I'm turning up the radio.
that's a good idea, Chuck.
We make our way across beautiful, beautiful Forks, Washington. It's gorgeous. Again, lush and wet and scenic as a motorcycle drives across beautiful country roads next to a beaten up old cop car, whilst lice agents tear apart the city looking for our incredible group of, what do we say? What do we call them? Fellow fearsome fellows. Fearsome fellows. Or fearsome fellows. Right now, as we're on our way to get Bella, Chuck, what are you thinking?
I think probably initially most of it is like glancing in the rear view and like adjusting my rear view just to see Aunt Bethesda to make sure she's not moving.
It's like clacking her jaw. You can hear her teeth.
Turn up the radio even louder. But then I think this is like my first moment to actually like.
You look. You're adjusting your mirror. Yeah. You adjust your mirrors in your car. There's no one in the car with you. It's you look and they're there. You're sitting there. You turn around and there's Aunt Bethesda staring at you. Nobody's in your mirrors, Chuck.
Sorry.
I just break it. I break it off the top and throw it out the window.
It's a vampire thing.
Yeah.
It makes getting ready in the morning really difficult.
Eden,
turn up the radio even. This needs to go higher. I think though in the moment
Chuck,
I'm like, this is what Eden? What's up?
I feel like we got off on sort of the wrong foot before. I know I'm, captain of the drama team and prolific writer for the Forks zine and love of your daughter's life, but I feel like we got off on the wrong foot, and I just want you to know that I will do whatever it takes to get her back and make sure that she's safe. So, just want to lay that out there.
Well, yeah, as police, we're trained to just you gotta sometimes make quick decisions and read people. And I'll be honest, you and your brother have always read strange to me, and now I understand why. Now I'm kind of going back to many cases that we've dealt with. Mysterious folks going missing, strange puncture wounds, ending up in the ER.
Let me stop you there for a second, Chuck. My family, we're vegetarians. We don't
like porcelain.
Kind of.
Okay. Look, Eden, I don't know what's going on. I was introduced to your wonderful science teacher today. Turned into a merman, right?
Well,
the
he
whole
was kind of always a merman.
Yeah. The whole top of the school's gone. Right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I shot a hole through my own house, right? Right.
Big day.
My Bella's in a blimp with a strange man who doesn't know how to work simple technology, right? I'm going to have a Batwoman fly me into the air to go save The only thing that matters to me in my life. Things are bad. And I'll take any help that I can get right now. All I'm worried about is getting Bella back, and then we can figure out the rest, all right?
You and I have that in common, Mr. Swan. Mr. Swan, Chuck, can I call you Chuck? Are we not there yet? Am I misreading the...
No, call me Chuck. Call me Chuck.
Okay.
As we move over to the bike, what is JB currently thinking about? How are you feeling about Bella?
JB has a fire that has been lit within her, and it burns for Bella. But right now, it's burning even hotter, thinking about Eden being good at a sport. Like, she is the jock. She's the person that just is known for this competitive spirit, for being able to rile a crowd, for being this like outwardly performative, popular person. And seeing this somewhat isolated theater kid just dominate a field that is meant to be hers. She's of two minds right now. Has to work with this girl, but at the same time just wants to go toe to toe with her. And she is just, you're gripping a little bit too tight, Porcelain. Let go a little bit. It's okay. I know how to drive.
Sorry.
Yeah,
What's going on,
it's all right. This is safe. I have my license. Got it over the summer.
What's going through
right.
Porcelain's mind currently?
So Porcelain is, on the one hand, extremely delighted to learn that all of her belief in the supernatural is actually real, and like all of these people who she thought was super cool are like just even cooler than she thought that they were. But she's also, especially after watching Eden hit that home run, and when all that Porcelain could do was really like throw up on the pitcher, I think she's feeling like she's a little bit out of her depths. Like, oh my god, like these are the people who like are trying to be with Bella, and I'm never going to like be that good or that cool or that strong or that fancy. Like, I'm just always going to be ordinary. I think that's what's going through her mind.
All right. Yeah. We continue on as you arrive at the airport. Now, before we move fully into the next scene, I want to award Eden for that incredible home run, 1 Bella point, and JB for saying the title of the movie in the movie. Hold on tight, Spider Monkey. 1 Bella point. Just want to be fair. Where real
And it was
rad stuff
unprompted,
happens.
and she knew to say
knew exactly
that.
what to
It is
say.
She knew
instinctive.
exactly
Yeah.
what to
No one
say.
had
It
to
was
lead that.
crazy. Cameron, edit
So
that
organic.
little bit out.
All right. We crest. It is into... there are spotlights swinging back and forth, illuminating the underside of the clouds as you see the blimp hovering nearby, just under the break of the cloud tops, as the airfield is littered with lice agents everywhere. You see Bethesda begins to vibrate with energy, just so excited.
Eden, let her loose. Eden, let her loose. The dog's pulling the chain. Let her loose.
She's scurrying around in circles inside, across the dashboard, backwards and forwards, as you see their headlights illuminate as the sun is beginning to set, illuminate the front of your vehicle as you come to a stop over this gravel tarmac. Between you and the planes that you need to get to, are is a tank, a literal full tank. It's gigantic and it's terrifying. It is by itself very imposing, and it is directly protecting the plane you need to get into. Chuck, as you step out of the car, what would you like to do?
Well, I don't think I step out of the car. I think JB pulls up alongside to me, and I turn down the radio. Say, as Bethesda is rocking the car back and forth, running around, like, JB, I've told you not to ride too reckless before, but
Once or twice.
but I know you do anyways. So you think you're ready to see what these wheels can do?
Abso-fucking-lutely. Let's go, Chuck.
And I crank up the radio to whatever licensable song we can put behind us during this fight scene. So whatever that is, crank that up, and I start revving up this
Danger Zone.
old. Yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah. So I think we just rev up and just start just pedal to the metal, just wheels spinning, smoke flying behind us. I think I kick open the door for Bethesda to fly out, and she's like ahead of us as we're just tearing down the tarmac at this tank. I think it's been raining, right? It's been thundering.
It has been
lightning,
raining on and off the entire time.
Okay. This is what I'm going to say, Justin. Underneath some of the enemies, a little bit of water has accumulated.
Mm-hmm.
I think I pull out, as I'm flooring it, pull out my taser, take my multi-tool, pop it open, do some jerry-rigging of the taser.
Yes.
It starts sparking as we're just flying down the road. And I think I stick my head out the window, and as we're reaching these enemies, my taser sparking in my hand, I hook the taser right in this pool of water, and below all of these enemies, sparks begin to shock them.
Let's I want to call that a fix maybe.
Okay,
does that sound about right?
Okay.
So and you're using your taser, add your taser use to that.
Okay. How many dice would my taser be, would you say?
How many did you have pluses next to that? How many pluses are next
to
that?
But I kind of made it up, so I don't want to like...
Let's say that the taser combined with the water, that's like 3 extra dice. Let's throw that in there.
And I'm using my taser up, too, so it's the last use of the taser,
then
right?
It's 6 extra dice.
Okay, and then I use my multi-tool.
Yes.
Which is 1. Can I add that to it?
Yeah, you're using your multi-tool and add another 1 in there.
Okay, so that's 7 from those. I need 1. I'm going to grab 1 more dice. Okay.
Ran out of dice.
So I got 10 dice right here.
Wonderful. I'm very excited for what insanity is about to happen.
So many.
I'll let you
sound
know,
of it.
The tank has an attack of 6. It's a threat of 8.
All right. Highway to the danger zone.
And I'm gonna say your
All right.
objective is 5.
I rolled so bad. I rolled so bad. Out of the 10, 7 of the 10 are 3 or lower.
Mhm.
So I have 1 or 2 successes, 1 crit. So that's 4 successes.
4 successes. I got
That's
3
not bad.
successes with my attack. So if you want, you can knock some of those down. If you don't, you will be downed.
Yeah, I
you'll-
got to.
So you got to block at least 1. You could take 2 wounds, or if you want
Ooh.
to knock out more than that. But if you take
I
more than
think,
3, or you take these 3,
Okay.
you'll be downed.
I think as the take is, I mean, and I got everyone in the car, so I think I am, instead of like hitting the tank, I use like 3 of them to just maneuver out of the way as what's this tank shooting at us?
Just giant shells, like
Art-
tank shells.
artillery.
Artillery shells.
All right.
Yeah, fully.
Yep. I'm swerving around these artilleries, and I think for my 1, I'm just gonna be like, the taser just, it doesn't work. I just don't get enough juice on it. It's short. My taser's sparking.
Yeah.
I think I just I yell out, Bella, we're coming for you. Don't you worry. And I get a Bella point.
And you take a Bella point. I love it. Do
That's my turn.
ineffectual in every other way. Add a throw a Bella point. You get a Bella point. You keep yourself from getting injured and hurt in an egregious way. And you make it next to the tank with your car as your car skids. JB, on your bike.
Following up Chuck.
Following up, Chuck.
Yeah.
How do you follow that up?
Yeah. Chuck is so cool. Like, what a great dad. Setting me up for
I know.
success here. Yeah. Porcelain, you can bail if you want to, but I think it's going to get crazy.
No, I'm in it. I'm in it for the long haul. I'm fucking terrified.
All right.
Crystals in each hand.
Yeah.
She
Holding so tight.
Yeah.
pulls
You
out her
feel
lacrosse stick.
you feel a concussive boom as a tank shell whizzes past your bike as you're flying down on this tarmac.
Yeah, she's gonna pull out that lacrosse stick. I know what we got to do, and she's just gonna full on press that gas pedal. I've never ridden a motorcycle, but I'm guessing you press something to make it go fast. And she's got her lacrosse stick. She reaches back into her backpack to pull out that giant LGBTQ flag that she brought to school today to hang up for their first meeting of the school year. She wraps it across just all in a bundle at the end of her lacrosse stick and uses Charlie's driving to just jump from the trunk, top of the car, right towards the tank and just shove her lacrosse stick down into that like bullet hole. The tank hole?
Tank barrel.
Plug the tank with her lacrosse stick and that flag.
I love
Oh,
that.
nice.
That
Yeah.
Bugs Bunny this right here. I love that. Yeah, you see Edward who like sees you coming, climb out, and as you're going like towards the back of the car, picks your motorcycle up and throws it into the air as you jump over the car and fly through the air, just jamming that. Let's make this a brawl. I think brawl is appropriate. You're getting up close and personal with this tank.
Got it.
Go ahead and roll and add whatever you think is necessary. Add another dice in there. That was rad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll add one for my lacrosse stick. All right. Okay. I got 3 successes, a 5, a 4, a
Porcelain,
4,
are you
and
just-
a 1.
Porcelain, are you just holding on for dear life?
Oh, I have a plan.
Okay. Hold on, I forgot to roll the attacks from the tank. Wow.
Oh,
One
no.
success out of those 6
Oh,
rolls. Okay, so you have 1 success. Or you can either take an injury or you can knock that out of the way against your. Would you say you got 3 successes?
3 successes.
Great.
Yeah, I'll knock it out of the way. Just another bullet or whatever coming towards her. She's just gonna like whip under it pretty dexterously to try to dodge it, and then shove her lacrosse stick in. And she's, if possible, gonna try to do one, I guess, -1 to the threat of this thing. But she also just really wants to show that, she's coming after Bella. The number 1 priority here is getting closer to Bella.
Yeah. Wonderful. We've knocked the threat of this down by 1 from 8 to 7. So we are at 7 now for the threat of the tank. And you are using 1 of those points to Bella, a Bella point. Is that right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you feel, as you just barely knock the attack out of the way, the tank shell hits the front of the plug that you've created, and the gases burst the barrel out as it peels back like a banana. And you're hit by some of these gases, but you get out uninjured. I will say, from just that badass move there, we're going to knock the attacks down now to a 5. It is less effectual and able to aim because of that. Yes. You hear up from the blimp as it booms over everyone.
Please, that tank is very expensive. Please. Don't ruin my equipment. You stupids.
You're stupid. You're stupid.
Poopy heads.
This guy, he organized all of this to happen. Who would follow this guy?
I spent a lot of time planning this, and it's
Hey, dude,
going very
shut
well.
Shut up, dude.
Don't tell.
Poopy
How
heads?
do I turn this off? Turn it back off. Unplug
Yeah,
it.
it's
Okay.
unplug it.
In that moment, before we move forward, you all feel something strange. You feel as if Bella is reaching out to you. You feel Bella's protection, that it's seeping from the blimp down towards you. Bella, Eden, you know this. Bella's always been hard to read. You and your
So am
brother
I.
have this uncanny ability to read minds. And yet, Bella is this bastion of mystery. What possibly could her ephemeral mind hold? What secrets? As the blimp floats 4 miles per hour northward away from you, it could be gone any day now. And the bad guys are unceasingly coming. We've got to get to this plane. We've got to get up in the air. Eden, what do you do?
Feeling that wave of Bella's protection and firmly believing that it is only for me. I think Aunt Bethesda and I are still in the car, right? We haven't gotten out.
Did I?
Yeah,
It doesn't really
you're
matter.
still in the back of the car, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
my turn.
I'm gonna. Oh wait, was it Porcelain's turn?
No,
Did we
it's,
miss my
Eden.
turn?
No, we're going a little out of order. That's all.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kick the door open, and I'm gonna click the seatbelt for Aunt Bethesda. And I see her looking out at the sea of all of these agents ready to go. And I hold her back for just a minute and I point to the tank. And I say, Aunt Bethesda, there's a prize inside. Do you want to go get the toy inside?
Blood.
And we're going to run for the tank. And I want to, because her manual dexterity is not super great,
Right.
I'm going to try and open the door to the tank to get her
Yeah.
inside. And I'm going to send her inside to eat the guy inside.
Great. I love it. I'm going to say, with Aunt Bethesda as an item you can use in this situation,
Yeah.
you can add another 4 dice to your roll.
Okay.
Aunt Bethesda be freaky.
Okay.
And we're going to say this is a fix
Okay.
or terrify, whichever one. Sneak? Oh, I guess sneak.
I
maybe
feel like
is
Aunt
more-
Bethesda is pretty terrifying, but whatever you think it should be.
Yeah, whichever is higher. I could say sneak or terrify.
That works.
Yeah.
You said add what? Add how many?
4 to that.
Add 4. Okay.
Add 4 dice to your roll.
Okay. Okay. 4 successes, 1 is a 6.
Great. So 5 successes total.
5 successes.
You had the attack had 2 successes on you. You see a little hole in the side near the door of where there's like somebody with a gun kind of trying to get an angle on you as they're looking out of the tank. How do you want to distribute your successes? Do you want to take a wound while you do what you're doing?
I'll take a wound. Yeah. And then so that's 4 left. I'll attribute that math is right. I'll attribute 3 to the threat and 1 Bella point. Am I doing that
So
math
you're
wrong?
blocking 1 attack, 3 to the threat. Yes. Yeah. So we're down to 4 for the threat level. What? So the guy shoots through and you feel a bullet kind of crack through your porcelain skin. Not porcelain. I keep saying porcelain. Your marble. Your
My
skin.
marble.
Porcelain is fine. Nobody's hurt porcelain.
Cold as marble.
Yeah, cold as marble. Your killer skin. The skin of a killer.
It's the skin of a killer, Justin.
I'm sorry. And how does this look as you release Aunt Bethesda on this
As I release Aunt Bethesda, I feel like it's one of those old timey tanks that has like a wheel
Yeah.
as the top of it, and I just
vault
unwheel it and I throw it open, and Aunt Bethesda just like have you ever seen those videos of foxes diving into snow where they're just like that's what she does to get right. She gets right in there, and
Oh,
it just there like a little bit of blood just like splashes out of the hole that I got shot from,
Yeah.
and I can just hear her teeth clacking and
Oh yeah.
squish noises and muffled screams.
Yeah.
And
she's
and then I
trying
give
to,
it a
like-
second. Yeah.
It's great.
And I just like tap on the side of the tank just to let her know that she's got a minute until we got to go again.
Yeah. She's in there trying to do as much damage as she can. Scurrying around, making all kinds of what you think are happy noises, but it's hard to be sure.
They're yummy noises. Yeah, I've heard her make those before.
During at Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Yep.
Porcelain. What would you like to do in this moment? Are you still on the back of JB's motorcycle? How do you want to?
I am still on the back of the motorcycle,
Yes.
seeing that, which is flying through the air still.
Yes.
And now, just so I have this
Time
picture
to-
in my head, we're on the tarmac, there is a tank, and then behind the tank is a plane and or helicopter that we are trying to get to.
Yes. It's a
Behind it.
biplane.
Beautiful.
heck yeah.
What I would like
Yes.
to do I would like to leap from the back of the motorcycle onto one of the wings of the biplane. Like because I imagine you stuffed the lacrosse stick into the shooting hole of the tank, which is probably called something different. Shove the
No, it's shooting hole. I
But your
think that's the
momentum-
military terminology.
Yeah, your shooty hole. And the momentum carries us past the tank. So I would like to use that momentum from Edward throwing us to leap off and land onto the plane that we need to
Wonderful.
get into. And then I don't truly have any mechanical engineering knowledge, but I bet with my toolkit I can at least try and get the plane started.
Yes. Wonderful. I love this. Let's say that this is fix. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna get this
Fix.
plane,
I'll use my
plane running.
I'll use my
that-
toolkit. So 4, then additional 1.
That objective is still at 5, so you need to bring that down by 5. There are some bad guys who are going to try and attack you while this is happening.
Yo, I rolled hot as fuck. Sorry.
Nice.
Nice.
That is 3 6s, a 4, and a 5.
Dang.
So
okay.
yeah, literally all up. So
that
that's
8
what
successes?
6, 7, 8. I think that's
Yeah.
8 successes.
8 successes. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I got 3 successes on the attack against you. So if you do nothing about these, you will be downed. So I would suggest at least taking one of those off if you're going to take 2 wounds. You could... I think you could potentially right now get us in the air if you want with those successes and get away from this tank.
Yeah,
Is
I think
that-
I'd like to try and do that.
Okay.
But that would mean leaving Aunt Bethy behind in the tank, which means
She's
that I
jumping
would
out.
be flying the plane.
She
Oh,
would,
okay,
she
is
would
she
jump
good?
out.
Okay.
Yeah. She's
Okay,
free to...
okay.
She's had her fill.
She hears the engine start. She pops her head up.
It's just like she just comes out of it like a crocodile out of like mud, just
coated in blood.
of like people soup.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's strangely not the first time you've seen Aunt Beth like this. Bethesda weirdly
He's bad at
calm.
Christmas parties.
Yeah. Waddles over to the plane and hops in as the engine roars to life. It's got 2 seats, so you can all squish in there if you want. Edward jumps on a wing. Everybody, I'm imagining, kind of jumps in wherever they can onto this biplane.
Mm-hmm.
You taxi and take to the sky. Now, we've got Eden on one wing, JB on the other. Across, you look at each other. You feel the sparks flying between you as you are approaching Bella on this blimp. Chuck, you're squeezed in right behind Aunt Bethesda. As
Justin,
she's
can I say? Can I say
Yeah.
it's one of those planes where it has like a door that drops down that you can drive something into it? You know, like
you
one of
want-
those back like loader.
Do
And
you
then
wanna
I just
take a-
drive the car straight in
Are we
as it's like taking off.
A C-20? Is this like a military load? Like
yeah,
large
it's like a
loader
military
plane?
like biplane.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
this is the kind of plane that you would do a Halo jump out of in the Mission
Yep,
Impossible
exactly.
series. Okay.
Yeah.
You drive right up there, and of course, Aunt Bethesda, fully familiar with this kind of plane, 100% has flown.
Does she
these-
get very
Nazis.
professional?
What's that?
Can I? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Um,
go ahead,
I
Justin.
asked if does she get extremely professional once she's in the cockpit of the plane?
She has like gone into a sort of zen now that she has. You can actively see her skin like a mosquito. She's full of blood. She is like, you can see she's expanded. She's very happy. She's just kind of like blood.
What did she say to flight control as she's taking off? I want to hear that.
She calls in the call sign. 42-29er, blood taking off from 47 runway B. Request permission to play. She knows exactly all the call signs, everything.
Yep, you're clear to take off. Just watch out for that tank.
That's right. They call out, be careful, there's a tank on the runway. They can't do anything about it because it's a government thing. But, you know, she gives off her pilot's license number because, of course, she has a pilot's license number. She's cleared to fly.
wrong. I was wrong.
You've got
Yeah,
the...
it's just like giving Chuck a look like,
You've got your
I'll
ancient
admit
police
I was
car
wrong.
in the back of the car. You fly up. Now, this is what's incredible. She's such a good pilot. You've never seen anybody do this before. But she's able to turn the plane. She flat spins it, hits the engines in reverse, and drives the plane backwards into the blimp, opens the door, and kicks out everybody into the vehicle. The vehicle goes flying into the side of the blimp, and you are all on board the blimp.
Yeah.
Safe flying, Bethesda.
Sparks and lights, electricity blinks on and off now as you see. Strangely, it's usually hazy and overcast in this part of Forks, Washington. But right now you're just above the cloud cover as you see the sun setting, its golden rays splitting across the broken and shattered glass on the floor, the twisted metal around your ancient police car as you all step out and see Bella tied to a chair facing a series of screens that have been displaying multiple different viewpoints. You see a man at a console talking,
Well, yes, I tried my best, but it's just very difficult.
and you look, and it's hard to parse at first, but yeah, it's a literal sock puppet that this man is talking to on a Zoom call. A sock puppet wearing a red tie. That's right. Congressman Sock Puppet. Congressman Sock Puppet, who we all know was elected in the last term.
I voted for you
to the district of that part of Washington, which I'm very familiar with, as you can tell. And Congressman Sock Puppet, though a populist, still was able to win by an incredible margin in this area, and had very interesting thoughts and ideas on how to handle the border crisis and how to handle all of the other myriad of issues that are currently going bananas in our country. But you hear...
Wait, yes, I'm trying, but to extract her blood, we need to hook her up into the machine that we have that's just across the sound in Washington here, and it's going to take me another 3 days by blimp to get her there at the speed that we're currently going.
And he turns around and sees you all standing there, and terrified, is just... What's possible there in the smoke clearing, the coolest, most rad group of heroes you have ever seen step forward.
I need her blood. You see, that Bella is special. She has a special ability that you don't know about. We've been following her for quite some time. You see.
Yes, Bella can't have her mind read. She has a shield about her. There's something special. And we know canonically that once she becomes a vampire, she's able to express these abilities by shielding other people with her supernatural protection. But what nefarious ways do they want to use that protection?
If we're able to harness her powers, we could create a supernatural border wall. An endless wall that could protect the entire country from anyone we don't really care for.
I think I just walk over and just pepper spray this sock right in its sock face.
As he flails around with pepper spray in his eyes, he hits a button, and in that moment, a gigantic, huge, evil-looking, snarling, half-human, half-lycanthrope with vampiric-like fangs lands in the middle of the blimp, and he says, "Oi, are you giving some trouble to my employer? Or I've got to let you know, I'm not from this franchise. I'm from the Underworld franchise. That's right.
Oh.
I'm half vampire, I'm half lycanthrope, and I'm all about to kick your ass. And I'm married to Kate Beckinsale." That's right. And he rears up onto his haunches and gets ready to pounce on the next person he sees twitch or move. Right now, the threat is a 10. His attack is 6. This one also is a little bit special on their attacks. Normally, if I roll a 6, it's just a success. It doesn't count like yours. But this one's different. His 6s count as critical attacks. And it allows him to get special double attacks on you. You can see the man who's pepper sprayed all over his face, scrambling, and he's like, "I'm just going to use the mobile bloodsucker." And he goes and he runs for a little suitcase-sized object and begins to try to hook Bella up to it very quickly. You only have a certain number of rounds before he's able to get her hooked up properly and take her blood. It is a matter of time before it's over. And Bella is watching, so Bella points still count. Chuck, I'm going to say you're up to bat first.
All right. Are we able to interact with Congressman Sock Puppet?
On that screen, the Zoom call is still up, and you see a little sock puppet.
Oh, the Zoom is not in.
He's not
I
there.
thought
He's
you
on a screen somewhere. Here,
Oh,
I'm just
gotcha.
gonna-
So I pepper sprayed the screen.
No, you pepper sprayed the bad guy talking to the sock puppet.
Oh, okay. Sock puppet in the Zoom call, human being in the room. Okay.
Yes, human being in the room. The guy who was like, "Yeah, stupids, and I hate you." General Fipstick.
Dipshit. Okay. Is he doing anything in here, or is he just being an idiot?
He's like running lice essentially at the liminal ice brigade, and he's there
right now,
currently trying to hook Bella up to the blood transfusion machine.
Okay.
So I'm going to say that the
I
only thing in your way is this level 10 threat that you've got to get through. He is a level 1 objective. You just need 1 point, but you cannot get to him until you eliminate the threat.
Okay. So, I think Chuck, in this moment,
Yes.
is going to look back at all of these incredibly powerful women who have been fucking shit up the entire day. And knowing that they're going to be able to handle it. And what Chuck can do is to help give them an opportunity to handle it. So I think Chuck, behind his back, he begins to wrestle with something. You hear some clanking behind and says, "Look, mister, I was introduced to this world of lycanthropes and vampires and hoodawuddies and crystals a few hours ago. And I know one thing, that those vampires, those lycanthrope, and those crystals, the most powerful of them all are standing right behind me, and they're going to take you down. And in that moment, I have handcuffed myself, and I'm going to try to handcuff one of this dude's arms to me to be connected to this big bad guy.
Let's say this is sneak. Yeah. This could go really poorly. But let's
I believe.
Let's swing big.
I believe.
That's what we're here for.
So my handcuffs ability, it's not like that. It's +3.
Yeah.
One-time use. So 6 plus my 2 sneak.
I love it. Let's do it.
I believe.
I'm doing bad. I'm doing so bad.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Doing so bad.
I'm sorry. I rolled
That
really
is
well.
That is a 1, a 1, a 2, a 2, a 3, 2 4s, and a 6. So that is only 4.
4. Okay, dude. I rolled a 5, a 4, a 5, a 4, and a 6. And a 3.
No.
So this is 6 successes against your
Okay.
4.
Well, here's
I'm
the
gonna
thing.
say-
I have 3 injury slots available. And so as long as I'm on my 2 feet, I can distract this dude
Yeah.
while the girls take care of business.
Now, I'm going to tell you now, it's going to take all of your successes to keep you from getting knocked out immediately.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
if you want to do that, you're still going to take 2 injuries. So you're going to
Yep.
need to roll two dice and essentially apply those injuries where they lay.
Okay.
Now, if you roll the same thing, like you roll a 1 or 2 twice, and you've already got a wound in the 1 or 2, you can apply that to any other place.
Okay.
But it's
I
gonna be open
got
spot.
a 1 and a 4, so I can't trigger my abilities, and I'm bleeding out
Okay.
as well.
Is this
Fun.
one of those
And-
opportunities that? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say it's funny because the 5 or 6 injury is lost an arm, and I have not triggered that one yet. So I still have my arm that's connected to this mech
That
freaking
you
lycanthrope
do.
dude.
He
Um.
you get connected to him, and he turns to you and he goes, "Oh, mate, poor choice," and he just nails you. But you can see that his movement is hampered by this. After this attack, I'm going to say that you are restraining him a little bit, and that is going to knock his attack down to a 5 instead of
All right.
a 6. But he still gets criticals on 6s, so
All
very
right.
dangerous. You were going to say something, JB?
Yeah, I was just going to ask if this was one of those instances that could trigger a flashback.
You could. So here's the flashback rules. I think that particularly they're used well if you are going to like get a really bad roll and you're like, no, I don't want a really bad roll. I'm going to flash back a moment that I think would help this moment actually turn out better.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to give you the chance to re-roll to give yourself a better roll. If you want, what we can do
Got
is
it.
we can do a
Okay.
little bit of rewriting of history here and flashback. Would you like to play a little flashback, Chuck?
I am to JB's whim. What do you have an idea?
No,
Or
I
you
just
just
like
trying
the
to throw me a
mechanics.
bone?
So I was like, whoa, is this a chance for a flashback? But I love the way it was played. So it's up to you, man.
Yeah, I think Justin, I'll keep that flashback in my back pocket. Chuck's still up. Do I look concerned right now? I got a vampire, a werewolf, and a crystal girl behind me. I'm good.
Okay. All right. It's still on the table. I want to let you know.
Yep.
It is still on
Yep.
the table. And
Let's
readily.
keep moving.
I am going to award you, because of how badass that was, 1 Bella point. You don't need anything there for that. So just add that to your sheet. Eden. What does Eden do in this moment?
This doesn't look good. I think seeing Chuck just get wrecked and knowing that the only way that I can get to Bella is by going through this monstrosity.
Yeah.
Mechanics question. Can I use an advance and then make an attack? Or is that, I don't know how that, like action economy wise, how that works. Because one of my advances is I spend blood, it changes, and then on my next roll I gain a special, it says.
Yeah.
So I don't know, can I do them in succession or do I have to do them one and then wait a turn?
I think you have to wait a turn for that.
I have to wait a turn. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna say
okay,
though,
then...
everyone we started with unlocking 1 advance out of everything. Unlock another advance of your choice. We're here, baby. This is the moment. You hear Bella scream as the needle goes into her arm and begins pumping blood out of her arm, as this doctor does not seem trained very well for this process.
Okay. Then I'm not entirely sure on the hardiness of this beast, but I feel like I have an idea. So I'm going to reach into the back of the police vehicle and grab his rifle.
Okay.
And using my Deadeye shot ability, when using a ranged weapon,
Yeah.
I am going to make a shot and reduce. It says special, reduce the threat's attack rating by 1.
Okay.
So I don't know if that applies before or after, but I'm going to take a shot.
Okay. So I'm going to say this is sheet. Go ahead and roll.
And then I have, because I've forgotten how to play this game, I have 4. It looks like I have 4 die on the rifle. Is that right? So it's 7?
Yes.
Okay. And did I get an extra die from Chuck as well, from being handcuffed? Excellent.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chuck.
Yep. Yep, that was a good idea.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Sorry, Chuck. I got
6 successes.
All the rolls out on you.
Nice.
I got 1 success on
This
each.
was
7
the point.
successes.
This was
one
the
of them's
point.
a 6.
This was the point.
6 successes.
7 successes.
7 successes.
6, but one of them is a 6, so 7.
Okay. Incredible. How do you want to attribute?
I'm getting all the good rolls, and Chuck is getting all the terrible rolls.
I rolled so good to get that first Bella point.
It's true.
To give her lunch, and it hasn't been good since.
Great dad.
You gave her that lunch really well, though.
Yeah.
It was really
at a
amazing.
perfect time. She didn't eat it.
Yeah.
I don't think. Maybe she did.
How do you want to attribute your points? Remember, there's still a
So I
threat
have-
level of 10.
Right.
And then you've got 1
And
attack against you currently.
was that with the reduced attack rating by 1 from my... special ability, or that's I don't know how that works. How does it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That is with one, or it becomes
Correct.
0.
Yeah, it doesn't take
It is with
away
one.
the
Okay.
successes, just the rating.
Right. Okay. So I will take the injury.
Okay.
I will take, as I call out to Bella, Bella, we're coming, and get a Bella point,
Love it. Take
and then
that
apply
point.
the rest to the threat. So that's
So 6,
6.
because you're taking the
Math
injury.
is hard.
Yeah.
I'm taking the injury.
Yeah, you feel this half vampire, half lycanthrope, just kind of dog-faced creature with bat ears and like vestigial unworking wings haunch down at you at its backwards pointing knees that don't quite line up with any animal you've really seen before. And Chuck, you feel your body jerked forward as it lunges after Eden and swipes across your chest, but you get the shot off. What does it look like when you shoot this creature?
I think I just walk very coolly up forward, and with it trained, the rifle trained on this creature, I fire without realizing how strong the kickback is from this rifle. And as the shot leaves the rifle, I feel myself sort of like pushed back, but I try and make it cool, and I try and just sort of like turn with it. And I try and catch Bella's eye, even though I know that she's faced away from me. I try and like play it off really cool.
The sock puppet sees it.
The sock, okay, all right. And I hope that JB
You get
sees
one
it.
sock
Really, I'm
puppet
more
point.
so wanting JB to see it. Yep, 4 Bella points and 1 sock puppet point.
Sock puppet. Yep.
All
It's a
right,
new game,
so-
Justin.
Yeah. So, yeah, you fire off, spins you around, your hair whips in the air, the glint of
Like
the
slow
sunset
motion.
sparkles off of your killer skin.
Yeah.
It's incredible. In this moment, the lichen vampiric creature is struck back as the bullet goes through its jaw and a tooth falls out of its mouth, and it snarls and lunges down back again, ready to attack once more, with Chuck kind of dangling off of its wrist like an iron weight. Yeah, we've brought down the threat to a 4. Forrest. Sorry, JB. What would you like to do in this moment?
JB sees that coming from Chuck, and again, it's just like filled with admiration,
Yeah.
and then immediately is filled with rage, and has that moment of doubt of sometimes you try to win the battle and sometimes you try to win the war, and this war for Bella's heart, she may be losing this battle. And she strips off her flannel, and then just goes like full on launching her body towards this lichen and just tries to pin it up against the wall, wrapping the flannel around his throat and pulling with all of her might to try to choke him out.
Great. We're going to call this a brawl.
So I'm going to try to use brawl and use my flannel as an object.
Great.
Oh my God, I
an
love
improvised
that. I
weapon
love
of some
that.
kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Add that.
Improvised
what-
flannel.
Is there a
Super
specific
gay. I love
Improvised
flannel? Improvised flannel. Which should be a part of everyone's repertoire.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yikes. Okay. Oh man, I'm so sorry. JB, I rolled 6 successes. I got 2 criticals on this roll here. How many successes did you get? Remember, you get to add a
All right.
dice from Chuck.
Okay, I just added the dice from Chuck. I forgot about that. I rolled initially 2 failures and 2 successes, and then the dice from Chuck was a success also. Whoa, one's a 6, so it's a 6, 5, 4. So that's 4.
Got it.
4
So
successes.
that's 4
Yeah.
successes against these 6 successes. So if you want, you could keep yourself from getting knocked out immediately by attributing all of those to protecting yourself. Or,
Yeah.
I mean, you'd still take 2 wounds, but you're going to have to use all of your successes to do so.
Yeah. Just gritting her teeth, pulling that flannel as tight as she can,
Yeah.
and just feeling, I guess, claws come into her, the fangs kind of going towards her throat, and is just thinking, hold on a little bit tighter, as she feels that little spark of doubt that crept in earlier begin to grow a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, you it's wild. This is a huge beast, but when you transform, you are huge as well. Incredible. Once again, we see Edward standing off into the corner, sullen.
So literally all you're going to do is sulk this entire time.
Bella, don't hurt her.
Oh my god.
I'm a killer. I can't do this.
So lame.
Bella. No.
This is what he's like all the time at home.
Oh, that's so embarrassing.
He spends hours doing this, just
I know.
out a window into the rain.
This is why she doesn't like you, Edward.
It's not true. Bella, you see me. I can't eat you. Bella. Porcelain, what would you like to do in this moment?
Well, I think the important thing here is to reduce the threat. And the best way to reduce a threat is to have the right crystal for the right moment, right? Like
That's
that's
right.
So
generally
true.
how you
always
I always say it.
So
Yeah, it's common.
yeah. So I'm going to take my lacrosse stick and I am going to load it with crystals. It's going to be bloodstone right now, and as I take it, I'm going to load it up with bloodstone, and I'm just going to take it and I'm going to say bloodstone for the blood god, and then throw it as hard as I can at him.
That's wonderful.
Beautiful,
We're going to say
though.
that's a shoot. We're going to go ahead and use your shoot.
Porcelain evokes the blood god.
Yeah. That's great.
And then I get an extra 1 from Chuck.
Edward in the background is like, I can't have blood. Why are you tempting me? Not the blood god.
So accurate.
The skin of a killer.
That is a
Bella.
total. That is a total of 4
Bella!
successes.
How many did you get?
4.
4 successes. All right. Okay, not bad. 2 successes against your 4.
Nice.
So if you want, you could eat these injuries and knock out the 4 threat level.
Yeah, I think I'll do that. I think I'll do exactly that.
Okay. Go ahead and roll 2d6 and add that. And what does it look like when you destroy this creature?
I'd like to think, just for the sake of effect, that like when I huck the stones, they actually go into orbit around him for a moment. Like you just have like one of Saturn's rings rotating around it, and then they all stop and they just immediately fly into like every like possible place that they could fly into on the body. Just they all like condense in on the inside, and all of the stones just come like flying directly in, like a meteor storm happening centered onto this lycanthrope thing.
Porcelain, we've always known it. You've always known it. Magic is real, and crystals are everything.
Crystal
And
power.
everything resonates at a different frequency, and it just so happens that the crystals that you brought were the perfect resonant frequency for this lycanpire. And as the crystals crunch down into this. We imagine it happens in slow motion, that these sinking crystals cut into the flesh as they head towards the center of this creature. They compact, and you see beams of light shooting out of the inside of this creature as it's BECKINSALE! As light spews out of his mouth and his ears and his eyes and his fingers, and he bursts into viscera all over the inside of the blimp as you are victorious. The General Fipstick. I know what I named him. I didn't come up with it right as we were playing this. Suddenly sees that his one and only line of defense has disappeared, and you hear a wait. And you see Bella in agony as blood is being siphoned out of her body into this little strange device. This moment, we are going to count up the Bella points. And I'm going to have you raise your hands, and you're going to put them down when I get to where your Bella score is. All right, so everyone raise your hands. Now, put your hand down if you have less than 3 Bella points. 4 Bella points. 5 Bella points.
What? If we have 5.
How many points do you have, JB?
I have 4.
Oh. Then Bella's heart belongs to Eden. As you see, she looks up at you as you rush over to take her out of this machine. Eden. Oh my gosh, Eden. Oh,
Bella.
I can't. Yeah. What?
Bella, I'm here for you.
Oh, thank you.
I told you I would come for you.
My blood. I don't know why it's important.
We're gonna get you out of here, Bella, and I'm gonna start Can I start like unhooking her?
Yes. Now,
Okay.
our runner-up JB, what do you do with the General?
JB will walk up and just shake her head and take out the pepper spray. Just rip off the top and just shove it down his pants.
Yeah. He begins thrashing wildly on the ground. Oh no, my pee-pee! And he tumbles out of the blimp and out of the sky as you hear him fall to the ground like, this was never worth it! And
Bethesda, one's coming, one's falling. Go get him.
you see Bethesda perfectly scoops him up, and he's just like, blood. It's
You hear the yummy sounds from
yeah.
outside.
You hear Bethesda's happy, yummy sounds. Chuck, you see your daughter. She's fallen in love. You have a little moment with her. She's like, Dad, I'm an adult. I can make my own choices, you know. I choose Eden. And it's time for me to...
Well,
I'm not your little girl anymore.
you're in high school, sweetheart. You got a lot more life to live.
Yeah, but I really think I'm ready to get married and have, like, vampire babies or whatever.
Bella,
Now-
you know that we can't. It doesn't quite. I mean, we can't.
Oh,
I mean, we
thank
can.
God.
It just might
Thank
be
God.
a little more
Oh, if I had to
complicated.
be the
that.
grandparent to fucking Bethesda. Okay, that's
you-
good to hear. That's
You want to adopt?
I mean, yeah. I mean,
all right. Why don't
we?
let's
I feel like
put
we
a
should probably
pin in
talk.
this. Let's
All of
put
a
a pin
sudden-
in this. Bell.
You hear. Everybody everybody wants to rule the world. As we watch literal credits fall from the sky over Forks, Washington. It's a few years later. Bella's graduated. Chuck, what's life look like for you now as the divorced dad you are, empty nester? What are you doing?
Well, I think he's retired from the force. With all of this happening, it kind of was a little bit too much for him, and he realized he needed to take a step back from everything.
Yeah.
From his moment handcuffing himself to the Lycan pyre, I think his arm has never been the same. He's lost like dexterity with it. It's hard for him to do. Right. And so every day he's reminded of that strange day. I think he's living in the same house, and after he retired has taken the time to repair everything that happened in his house, and is probably spending more of his time sort of out about in the community a little bit more. And I think that although as an adult, Bella decided to be with Eden. I think me, JB, and Porcelain still have like our like weekend nights that we, sit around, have a beer.
Even Mr. Bonito shows up.
Yeah, us three and Mr. Bonito are
Look, I don't have to only drink water, okay? It's
Fills up the swimming pool in the backyard for him.
Yeah, I mean it's there if you want. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's life slows down greatly for him as he takes in this sort of new world he's been introduced to.
Incredible. I love it. Porcelain, a few years later, you're hanging with Chuck, with JB a little bit probably. What does life look like for you a few years after all of this?
I think that after her experience fighting alongside these cool supernatural beings and realizing that she too has like powers, she wants to be the first scientist in the field of geomancy. And so she has decided to start her own field of study, which is around the magical qualities of crystals, particularly for battle applications. So I think that she's opened a club at the Forks High School that teaches people how to fight with crystals.
That's amazing. I love it. That's perfect. Yeah, you see, it's a banger, a hit. People absolutely want to go and learn about this. It's just nerds throwing rocks, which is what everybody loves and what we need to see more of in general.
I think Chuck also attends and has tried to get Porcelain to teach him how to use crystals, and he can't pick up on it. He just doesn't understand it.
There's a technique to it. There's like a style. There's a je ne sais quoi You
You're
know?
using
So-
Jasper. You need Jade.
Yeah, it's mostly just throwing rocks.
Jade. Oh, I have the notes, but I just can't keep them straight in my head. And so, all right, just go over it one more time.
Yeah. So
As
teaching
we-
geomancy self-defense.
I love that. I love First of all, geomancy. It's a hot new word. And now, JB, where do we land with JB in the future? What's the does JB find love?
JB's heart is broken. But at the same time, they still got their old lacrosse teammates. They're doing good for the community, trying to make things safe. She learned a lot from this lice incident and is trying to, follow Charlie's footsteps and being very intentional, or Chuck's footsteps with being very intentional with what it means to keep a community safe. She also gets really into movie nights, always bringing around new movies. Like this week it's Heavenly Creatures. You haven't seen Heavenly Creatures?
Everyone should.
Whew. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think every now and then seeing Bella, it's nice to catch up. Seeing Eden gives space, but for the most part, just tries to keep a clear head and working out. Just keeps on working out.
Just ripped to shreds, I imagine. Yeah, you probably have a pretty successful fitness influencer career if you really wanted to lean into that.
Yeah, we're taking lacrosse national. It's a big deal now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, number one pick, first women's lacrosse league.
Yeah.
JB.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you know
Oh,
JB can run like 40 miles an hour? It's insane. I don't
Every
know how
day.
it's possible. It's pretty incredible.
yeah. And you're in Seattle too, so it's like nice and close. You don't have to go too far, JB.
Yeah, and I still got the nice nights, rain, full moons. It's good. Always good to stay close.
As we float now over to Eden and Bella in their everlasting, never-ending. What's this? Edward, why are you here? I still feel like Bella should be with me.
Edward, go home. Go
just really
home,
difficult.
Edward.
To let go of something I know that I truly, my heart wants what it wants. Fine, I'll leave you guys alone, but just know, Bella, I'll always be there for you.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna live forever,
Always be here.
and so I miss you, my little spider monkey. And he runs out of the room. What does life look like for Eden and Bella now?
I think Eden has settled into, after graduating, being writing under a different pen name, but writing a prolific young adult book series after all of the experiences that she's had with this group. Under the pen name Evelyn Shade, she's writing the Dusk Diaries and has made characters for everyone, after Chuck, after Porcelain, reluctantly after JB, and has brought copies of all of the books, self-published at this point, over to the monthly family dinner that they all have together. And is continuously annoyed by Edward, who constantly comes over and sometimes will just be there in the middle of the night watching them sleep, which is weird and creepy. But otherwise, she's very happy.
I love it. You write a beautiful saga that your brother absolutely 100% steals and rewrites to make himself the main character.
He's not in the books.
And it's what a beautiful love story. A love story that maybe one day Bella will choose to take the bite and will live forever in your loving, loving embrace. And with that, I want to say thanks for joining us on this beautiful Valentine's weekend extravaganza. We know that you could have been spending your time watching the SNL 3-hour thing, and instead you were here with us because we better than SNL. Is that what I'm saying?
12 of you think so.
That's what I'm hearing.
I am saying that. It's true. So we appreciate you doing that. The links to all of the cast socials are below in the description. Please check them out. They're all incredible human beings who are all doing insane, awesome stuff. We are ramping up oodles of new one-shots that we're going to be putting out for indie horror on top of our continued mothership shows that we're coming out for the Panic Table. So please like, subscribe, join the Discord, get in there, and once again, thank you. My name is Justin. I love you. I will, if I see you, I will hold you gingerly and stroke your hair and tell you that this is the skin of a killer. And thank you to Cameron, who has also been here helping run the show. Can we have a little round of applause for Cameron?
He's been here the whole time.
The whole time. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful night.